Keep all this to heavy is the head. I see the bow throwing. I'm too full with it. I gotta keep going. Kobe with the wins. You niggas just Ginobili. You winning only cause of me. Let's keep the ball rolling. No disrespect, Slim. Where is your check, Slim?
Welcome back to another episode of the You Weren't There podcast. I am, of course, your host at Mia Was Here. We got my co-host Chaz in the building today. And as you can see, we got a big show ready for you today. Chaz, introduce yourself.
Yo, peace, family, man. As you can see, we ending the year off strong. We got 4 amazing guests here with us, and I'm just excited to see where this goes. But I am co-host Chaz, DL, and Mia. Let's get it, man. Let's do this.
Gigi, we'll start with you. Give us your introduction.
I'm Gigi. You can catch me at Shop Body Butter Baby on Instagram.
All right, I'm NBA Lamborghini. Matter of fact, no, that's my Twitch tag. I'm Lambo Cheryl, but I'm an IRL streamer on Twitch. Shout out to the gang, OMMS, and yeah.
Hi, I'm Amber D. Dodd. I'm a writer, journalist, and a DJ.
Awesome.
My name is Christian Cook. I'm a local rapper from the DMV. You can catch me at COOKYLD. Cook World with a Y, my guy on IG.
I didn't understand a word you just said. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, we're gonna let you do your introduction one more time. Get it together. Slow it down.
My name is Christian Cook.
There you go.
On IG, you can catch me at Cook World with a Y on IG. COOKWYRLD.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
What is the what?
With the WYRLD. World. Yeah.
It's on my shirt if you wanted to read it.
Also, it's on his shirt. Look at that. Mm-hmm. See, that's why I told you slow it down. I wasn't the only one. I'm just the only one that can say slow. You know what I'm saying? I got the FBI. You know what I'm saying? This is our end of the year show.
Yeah.
We were gonna do one for New Year's Eve, but we got lives too, and so no. But we're gonna get that done today. We're gonna let our guests introduce themselves, kind of get into their journeys, and then we're gonna get into some questions. So starting with you, Cook, right? How did you become who you are? How did you arrive at the point in your life in which you are right now? Give us the scoop.
Real fast. I love to rap. I love rhyming. I love playing with words and making challenging haikus and statements and stanzas. I like making them rhyme. I like word cadences and, challenging bounces over the word, that ball that bounces over the word. I like to make that do challenging things. So that's me. And I got here just by rapping, literally just by rapping. I ain't got no crazy dramatic story, nothing John Singletary can make a movie about. I'm here, bro.
Amber?
In the 3rd grade, I did like a language arts assignment, and I was like, that shit was fire. I think I had to like write a paragraph or whatever. And I will say, being a writer, you have to find your lane. You have to find a way to make money. So I instantly thought of journalism. And I was a sports journalist from like 16 to 23. And I covered DMV, like football, youth football. I don't know if you guys know what grassroots youth football is. Yeah, those were the people that I was under. Shout out Wayne, the Voice Matthews. Rest up. And then also, within my writing, I'm a nonfiction writer. I'm an essayist. I'm a journalist. I write about people, and I write about me too, because I like to really engross myself in my personhood. Because as a Black woman, primarily a dark-skinned Black woman, a lot of people take their time to dehumanize us, and I think that it's my responsibility to contribute and build agency for myself. And that seems to be it seems to be a task for all Black women. So I think a lot of my writing is to and for Black women, firstly. Sorry about that. So I'm really big about implementing very vulnerable pieces of stories. And then also just kind of finding ways to ground myself in my own experiences by writing about them. Because it can get hard sometimes. Because a lot of people, especially in this country, they want you to take a sock to the face and then move on. And I think that is a very, very collective experience for all Black people as well. When I left sports journalism, I moved into culture and race writing. When I was in college, I went to Mississippi State, Hale State. and just for context, one of my parents is from Baltimore and one of my other parents is from Mississippi. So I kind of came up with that dual heritage a little bit. And I'm from Baltimore as well, but I grew up in Anne Arundel County, and I know how crazy folks get about city kids moving to the county. So
That's why you don't have the accent.
yeah.
Okay.
So growing up in Anne Arundel County, I
was
went to
waiting to hear you.
yeah, I'm not a used to girl, and I also don't force it because some people force it, and it's like, no, sister, I
You
do
force the accent. Shout out to you,
Yeah.
Walla.
I can relate to you, my sister.
Hey, yo.
They forcing
I'm from Baltimore too.
What you
Philly
say?
out.
Shout out, Wale.
Chaz is also from Baltimore.
Philly.
Which-
Wow.
Hey, Baltimore. I went to Woodlawn High
I
School.
see you sound like you're from
You-
Baltimore.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. No, watch this. Say Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Say
That's how Baltimore
You
said.
hear what I'm saying? I heard the T.
That's because he a hood.
Wait, what do you say?
But
Cheryl,
for
what
the
do you say?
most, they could never tell. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not the same. It's different. Like mine is like a DMV way of saying it. Really, we don't say it ever. But
yeah, a lot of people say be
See, I say
We
two.
don't say Baltimore.
two.
Two.
We like
Yeah.
more colloquial.
Yeah.
We don't say that.
But in the light of that, my work is also about authenticity. I also make a lot of waves with just kind of like creating spaces for people to kind of break themselves down. A lot of my journalism is about that. When I left sports journalism, I moved into race and culture journalism. So when I was in college, I was the NAACP president and secretary. I was the chief journalist of our multicultural center where NAACP was housed. And then just I'm really big on making that space for everybody too. Journalism can't just be about Black people, though my thesis now is about is really kind of like transcribing Black America and the other diasporic citizens that live within Black America as well. And I also will say that I lived on the West Coast for a year as a racial equity reporter. So my work was not only about Black people, but it was also about indigenous communities and tribes as well. So that was really cool work, especially because on the West Coast, their race relations are really weird. And now, as an East Coaster, you know, when we see Black people, we'll acknowledge each other and move on, you know, even if it's just eye contact, even if it's just, you know, maybe we're in the same aisle and you move to the left just a little bit for me to get through. On the West Coast, because whiteness is such more of a prominent culture and there's more population out there, they are very, in my opinion, I lived in Spokane, Washington. Y'all, if you're from the West Coast, you know what I'm talking about. Because where I lived was 20 minutes from like Idaho.
Right.
So they're out there, they're a lot more white adjacent. They're a lot more, I guess you could say, the way that we built our Black identity out here, like we have DC, Baltimore, Philly, Jersey, New York. They don't have that multicultural, multi-city type of vibe. So they just kind of wash themselves away in the cities that they do reside in. So very important.
That also would explain why gang culture is so big. It's easier to be immersed in it because you're surrounded by it.
Absolutely.
Look at that. Learn something new today. See, so to be smart, y'all.
It makes sense.
You can deduce information, you know?
Okay. Outside of being a racial equity reporter, I'm also a Latin scholar as well. I'm a semantics person, so I'm a translator. I translate. I became a Latin scholar because I wanted to be better about English. So in America, I think we learn about English, but I wanted to learn through English because English is I guess you could say Latin is the mother of English.
Of a mutt language.
Yeah, you know, we do too much in English, in my opinion, but whatever. And then also within my work, I'm also a DJ. I'm also DJ Eclectic. I became a DJ because when I was an editor at Howard University, I was always a DJ in high school. I just had no turntables. And, you know, as a writer, as a multi-hyphenate, you kind of have to pick up and put down certain parts of what you like about your work. So for me, I took about 10, 15 years to be a writer and then returned to DJing last year. So I was an editor for Howard Magazine when we published our 50th anniversary magazine collection, which was really cool to not only curate, but to edit. We did research. It was amazing. But I kind of got into my bag on that, bought myself some turntables, had my first real show. My mentor was in Philly, so I was with him from March, April, May. Then I kind of had my first public show in November.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. So that was November 2024. So actually I celebrated my DJ-versary. I don't know if it's a DJ anniversary. I don't know.
It is. Yeah.
But yeah, I celebrated that a year ago. So yeah, I'm just kind of making space for writing, also Latin as well, nonfiction and DJing. And I am a big DJ on like hip hop. Hip hop is really one of my first love. I became a writer because I was a big hip hop hit as a child too.
All right.
Beautiful. Cheryl, you up next. Way to top that.
Hey man, I see what you did though. I see what you're doing, how everybody's linked up. I respect it. Anyway, that was amazing.
Thank you.
You're awesome. I'm normal. I don't live like 9 lives. I don't even know where to start. I've been doing internet since it existed, like since Soulja Boy. And then like LimeWire days, yeah, because we did YouTube, remember the Weed Girls, like all that I've been doing, yeah. After that, or in the midst of that, I was managing artists for a long time. Oh, before that, I was doing video production. I managed artists. I kind of helped a lot with a lot of businesses and stuff, as far as like, there's some nonprofits and stuff that were trying to do music situations for kids and things like that. Shows, that's how, you know, a lot of shows. We did shows for a lot of artists. Rest in peace to Dono. Beautiful. Oh man, I can't even. Endless niggas, 3 Black. All the niggas. Like,
Right.
you know, niggas had to come through there. A lot of niggas had to come through there. Yeah, Dino, a lot of people. After that, I kind of dipped. Like, I kind of just disappeared, and we'll get back to that later. 2023, my mom passed. Before that, I've been in therapy since I was like 16. All right, I've been diagnosed with manic depression. That's bipolar. A lot of people say they're bipolar. That's fake. They got attitude problems. It's not the same thing.
It's true.
I'm very non-confrontational. You know that. Like, so they always like journal and do this and talk and walk and exercise. I never did none of that shit since 16. Never did it. Raw dogged my emotions. Fast forward 2023, my mom passed. So now it's like, damn, like that's some shit you can't, like, how the fuck you supposed to deal with it? I don't want to journal. I don't want to walk. I don't want to color. I don't want to paint. I know how to do all these things. I don't want to do it. I always liked streaming. And then one day I was like stressed that day. I think I was on the phone too, rapping. And then I pressed the button and that was my first time going live. I think I went live every day after that for like a good 2 months probably. Wow. Then I started a new job. So then I would do early mornings and late nights. That was the thing that caught everybody. I was like, how the fuck you stay up late and wake up early? Like that was, yeah. I got in a car accident. It was a really bad car accident. So I was home for a month. So I was able to like, you know, full-time stream then. So it pretty much is what you're talking about. Like I built a community off of, you know, people really just opening up. It's a lot of dark humor in my chat.
Love that.
Just don't be sensitive is all I gotta say. NBA Lamborghini on Twitch. You can follow me on Instagram, NBA Lambo Stream. You invited me here and you did tell me what we're gonna talk about. So disclaimer, everybody who knows me knows that I don't really know what to say out of my mouth. So I gotta plan that shit. So here we are. I hope we'll be on YouTube. Hope it's not too many guidelines. I don't mean to offend anybody. I'm just 100.
You mean like guidelines as far as...
Well, I mean, she already started talking about the whites, so I can't get like, you know, right there. Sorry, the Anglo-Saxons.
Let's give some background. That would be helpful. So, Chaz is in the Nation of Islam. If you have any background knowledge about that, so I think that gives you an idea
or not
where we stand as far as some of those things.
Okay.
I'm a typical Pentecostal Christian, but you've known me my whole life, and you know how I am and what I've gone through and how I see the world. And so, we ain't doing no boot licking up here. So
thank you.
It's gonna go how it's gonna go. If it gets too deep, then we'll edit it out, which is what we do. So I would say whatever you want, because we sure the fuck do.
Hey man.
There you have it.
Yeah, we give it no nicknames here and there.
Yeah.
I might say small hats or something.
What?
Nicknames, so.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Faye.
But yeah, I try not to offend anybody, and yeah, I be chilling. So tap into the chat anytime. I try to encourage people over 30 to download Twitch. You know,
I did
too. I know it's new.
I did.
Yeah, I know. You don't have to play video games. You don't.
We could just
not gonna lie, that's all that's on my shit.
You can even swipe it to the side a little bit, like, you know, when you get tired of watching it, just let it run in the background. I get paid for that. When you watch through the commercials, you know what I'm saying? Do that.
All right, babe. We can get a one-on-one because I definitely downloaded it. I got it. I got a banner and everything.
Appreciate you.
And we might end up doing the actual New Year's Eve show. We're probably gonna end up doing that on TikTok, but I might do a little bit of that on Twitch. I got to get started.
Oh, you want to get on Twitch?
Cheryl been talking that.
Okay.
And I feel like 2026 gonna be the year
Branch out.
for us to really kind of explore these other avenues.
I really be out here inspiring people.
You do.
That's what's up,
You gotta
man.
do that. Typically with men, I beat them down when they say things like that, but we don't do that with women here.
No, we bully each other. We came from the same church, low key. I'm not Pentecostal. I'm not. I know there's a God. We got beef, yes, but I know He exists.
I know that about Cheryl too. But I think sometimes you see a person who they started as, who they grow into, who they become. You see some of their struggles, right? You never see everything, but you see some of their struggles and you just know what's on the other side. So Cheryl don't know this yet, but she's going to end up being a preacher one day. She just hasn't accepted that about herself yet.
No, honestly, streaming is the youth ministry on everything I love. You talking to the camera for a break. No. Because they don't even know. Hold on, time out.
Running from that camera. It's crazy.
No, if you ever read the Bible, you know that teachers get judged twice as hard as regular civilians. I'm a regular civilian.
Oh, no, who can't claim that?
No, you can't claim that.
But
I do think that about streaming. I think that, and I'm not my fault.
No, you're not.
I think that about streaming. Like, I do think that that's how I don't know any Black streamers that's successful that don't thank God. Like, and streamers thank God, like hell, like publicly, like strong. Everybody else, they get up to the Lord, accept their award, shout out to God. Nah, streamers will break down crying on stream and let you know how good God is. Because like, you know how hard it be to press that button sometimes?
For sure.
I do think it's the same thing.
I can imagine,
I think it's
hard to get in here on Saturday sometimes. Real talk. Like, we had what I thought was like one of my favorite shows last week, one of our better shows last week. I had no desire to be in here and to sit in these seats. There are a lot of Saturdays I don't want to be here because we're human and we got our own shit going on. Chaz know a little bit, you know most of it. So do Gigi, you know what I'm saying? So you going through your own shit. I took 2 months off of this show because I was going through my own shit.
And it's the end of the year,
you know what I'm saying? And it's the end of the year. And when you go through losses of any kind, this becomes the time of the year where you tend to reflect on these things. So I mean, it's hard for us to sit in these seats every week. We got things going on in our own life, but we push through because I always feel like no matter how hard it is to come and sit down in these seats, by the time I do, God got something. And I don't know what that's going to be. I don't know what that message is going to lead to. I don't know who it's going to help or who it's going to touch. I just know it's going to help and touch somebody. So we sit down and we push forward because I think that's what ministry or whatever you want to call that, man, like that's what it's about. It's not about you. It's not about your wants or needs or goals or desires. It's because somebody needed to hear that day. And sometimes it's you, sometimes it's just somebody watching. So we respect and honor the truth behind that, and we respect and honor it as we sit in these seats. And we're careful about who we let to sit here. I tell a lot of y'all no. And it's not because I have any personal issue with you or with your goals or your ambitions or what you're currently working on or even your talent. We have people sitting in these seats all the time that we don't necessarily like the product because we understand that we don't need to like it for other people to like it. Right. Our personal opinions on what you create mean absolutely nothing. Just because it's not for us doesn't mean it's not for someone. And we respect that. But we don't like everybody that's sitting here. Like, we like all the people. Right. Mostly, no, that's not true. Sometimes we don't even like all you niggas. Like, honestly, it's been a couple people on here. I talked to Chaz, but I ain't gonna say your name. I don't do that. But Chaz, no, it's a couple of you niggas I couldn't stand. And you're never coming back.
Why you ain't like?
Let me get into that. Part of it is like, I think for us, right, I have a certain kind of personality, a certain kind of demeanor. It tends to be over the top. It tends to be very aggressive. But I think to know me is to know that I care about people. And I think conversely, there are people who sit in these seats and make a living or a brand off of pretending to care about other people, off of pretending that they are concerned about the human condition. And you not. It's a lot of y'all who rappers and be on these billboards or whatever the hell it is. And y'all don't actually care about other people. and it's present in your interaction with other human beings. And so there are people who sit in these seats that I don't particularly care for because I know that they don't care about nobody but them. They come in here and make the show about them.
You can only clock it face to face too. Like, you can't get it on the
and especially because we don't always know everybody that's sitting in these seats. Sometimes people come to us, they want to sit on the show, they want to come and talk to us. Sometimes we go to people based on, quite frankly, the amount of followers that they have. We want to tap in. Working across is about that. Now, we're not people who are desperate to work vertically. I don't think that that's a successful way to do business, especially not in our own communities. But there are instances where we invite people because there might be a little bit of extra push out of that. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think in my experience, the guests that we've had that have had the most followers, they tended to be the worst guests. I'm sorry. So, and I think part of that is because like you've gotten so like full of your own, like you smelling yourself at this point. And so like you walk into this room forgetting that if you were to step outside of the DMV, nobody knows who the fuck you are. So there's a lot of arrogance that gets carried into this room and into these seats with people who've accomplished a lot here, but who haven't accomplished a lot. And there's a difference. And there's nothing wrong with that. You got to start somewhere. You got to build somewhere. What are we literally doing right now? Starting in our own community, building with our own people, establishing a bridge and working across with people that look like us, with people who sometimes think like us, but sometimes don't, but who are building and putting effort towards something. So we understand the concept of starting from the ground up. But also Chaz and I have our own lives and things that we've accomplished as adults. So when a nigga sit in this seat who ain't got nothing but some strings and you go home and you broke and hungry at night, it offends me personally. Who you think you are? And then again, we're gonna get honest in this bitch. It's a lot of you I can't stand. So
episode after this, you know,
we approach this very humbly, right? I am the one who solicit. I send out the messages for all of the guests. I control that social media. We approach guests very humbly because we're just happy that you want to sit and talk to us. We appreciate the time that it takes. We in here on a Saturday night. These episodes don't come out until Monday or Tuesday, but we sitting in here on a Saturday night. We taking time out of people's schedule in order to come in here on a Saturday night and hang with us. And we appreciate that time. We appreciate that effort and we honor that effort. But it's a lot of y'all who've done very little in a larger space, but have convinced yourself that because you got 90,000 followers, you matter. And to me, sweetheart, you don't. So that's not because God don't love you and you're not special and important in his eyes, but I ain't God.
So I don't special nobody.
All right, can we get into story real quick?
Give us your journey, please.
I see you right over there, though.
Look, it's like, how do I follow that? How do I follow?
I go after the ladies.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
So my name is Gigi, and I literally got here by the grace of God. Like, I went through a very rough, tough time during the pandemic when everybody else was all fucked up. You know? And I've learned to give grace surrounding the things that have happened. But this year has been extremely tough, and I had to go back to therapy. And when the pandemic started, I lost my job. You know, I was out here like everybody else, and I didn't know what to do. And I thought about things that I had been through, and when I was in therapy before, self-care was lacking. It was absolutely lacking. Like, I had no self-care. And then my therapist was like talking me through things, and I realized that I was doing self-care. I just didn't honor it, right? She's like, giving yourself a bath is self-care. Put lotion on is self-care, like you're taking care of yourself. So
it's hard to get your ass out the bed in any way when you
also
are experiencing depression.
Yes. And I mean, and when you spoke about your mental health, same, right? And everybody has thrown bipolar at me, but not knowing it's type 1, right? With a little bit of 2. So it's like, I don't really take lightly to when people say that, but this is a societal thing. People, if I'm angry or if I'm hot and cold one day, they putting it on me, and it's like, all right, but I have mixed features. So that's just what it is. But leaning into my mental health and self-care, I started my business. I was fully aware that what I wanted to do in life was give back to my people, give back to people that look like us in this room, right? So how can I do that? I started making body butter. that nourishes our skin. You know, I put some scents into it, some colors into it, make it a little attractive. And then I loved into creation, right? And I made a men's line. I used to bash niggas online. I used to bash them. You would think that no men ever loved me in my life. The way I would bash niggas. But that was social media. I thought the shit was fun. In the bedroom, though, I was doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? I was loving a black man. Right. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my life. I thought that's what we was on social media for. But really, no, I love us. Like, I love us. So I created, you know, the beard care collection, and that expanded to, oh, let's do room and linen sprays. Oh, let's, you know, branch out and do this. And it took me places that I didn't know I wanted to go. You know, I started doing pop-up shops around the city, and it was love. I got a lot of feedback and support from people that I didn't know. Didn't get a lot of support from people that I knew, but I didn't understand that. It's never going to be the people that you know that's going to support you. Always that. And I appreciated that, because that gave me a lot of traction elsewhere. So then I started tracking, well, where's my support coming from? Washington State, Arizona, Maine, like everywhere throughout the United States. And I felt blessed. And then this year, when things got really rough and I had to close, I had to stop. Because I was going through real bullshit, like real loss in my life. And I took a step back from my business and I went back to therapy. And this time it was absolutely on time. Because in March, in my birthday, I prayed to God. And this is, thank you, right? This space. Because when my birthday came in March, I prayed to God and I was like, I can't do this no more. Like, I can't live like this, right? I had a lot of unresolved trauma. I had a lot of pain I was carrying for fucking years that I thought I was putting down, that I wanted to put down, but I wasn't. But it sounded good.
Sometimes, sometimes carrying your trauma around is very comforting.
It's so comforting because that's what you know, right? Yeah. So in therapy, you know, she's like, okay, well, what we gonna do? And I told her, like, I want to learn how to put down my baggage. Like, I've been carrying this shit since I was probably a kid. So we got into the nitty gritty. Okay, well, what's your idea of love? What's your first thought of love? What's the first memory you have of love? Why am I so angry surrounding these things? Okay, what's your first memory of somebody not listening to you? What's the first memory that you have of not being spoken to gently? You know, and every single thing that I had an issue with as an adult tracked back to when I was a kid. So I had to really sit the fuck down. And healing is not pretty. People frame it, and it's societal. It's societal, right? Society, social media, it paints it as, oh, we're healing together. Fuck that bullshit. You need to heal by yourself. You can heal with community, right? I think this is a safe space to heal with community, but healing is absolutely a personal fucking journey.
For sure.
Right? Because my experiences aren't the same as yours, even if they were. Right, even if they were, they're different. How we process them are different.
Experience creates natural bias.
Absolutely, and in that is appreciation comes. You know, grace comes into play and clarity. And I prayed to God, and this is why you have to pray specifically, because I was like, oh, I need to change. I need to change. God took every fucking thing that I knew and loved away from me. It was gone just like that. By the end of March. The beginning of March, I prayed this. By the end of March, everything was falling apart.
You gotta be careful with your
and you have to fucking be careful. So now I'll be like, God, on a Tuesday at 4 p.m., I would like this to happen. Like, you have to be fucking specific. So
you gotta thank him for it like it already happened.
It's
gonna be a lesson. Like, if you ask for strength, you're gonna go through hell shit so you could get strong.
Right? And everybody was putting on me how I was handling my fucking grief. Oh, you so strong. You're handling this so well. No, I'm fucking broken. It's fucking okay. That's okay. I actually want to lean into my brokenness because that allows me to become softer and gentler with my fucking self. Because I can't be soft and gentle with anybody if I'm not giving it to myself.
And so ultimately, like, test and trial is supposed to make you more compassionate. It's supposed to.
Don't harden.
I can attest to that. It actually fucking
it's supposed to make you softer.
It did, right? Like, so many doors start opening. Like, once I was going through the motions of acceptance and reading I started the Bible from fucking Genesis. Okay. I'm actually in Job right now, and I'm having a hard time because Job is absolutely probably one of my favorite people. But going through the word and looking at what God is allowing and I'm becoming, it's like I'm blessed. I'm absolutely grieving. I'm sad, but I'm blessed and I'm so happy about that. And I'm transforming and I'm leaning into that transformation. And I don't allow people to put on me anything.
I like that for you.
I don't. Thank you. And I feel like grief is, grief and gratitude can coexist. And it does for sure.
They have to.
Yes.
Because you have to choose moments of happiness.
You do.
We had a guest last week. Shout out to Baptiste, man. He said, like, happiness has to be a choice.
Absolutely.
And I think, like, for me, I thought about what he said and I started putting it into practice this week a little bit.
Good.
Right? Like, if I got down about something, if I felt sad about something, if I felt like my depression taking hold or anything like that, I would stop. And in that moment, I would say, like, no, I choose to be happy for this person.
Yes.
I choose to be happy in this moment. And honestly, like, that one little, like, change in my day, it's changed my whole week.
Yeah.
So shout out to Bap for giving me that.
I think that's hard sometimes. Though.
Yeah,
it is. That's what life is. It's so hard.
Levels of grief though, because you like, all right. So what if you feel guilty for choosing happiness? Right. Then what?
That's a thing. That's a real thing.
And I think that's a Black woman thing too.
Yeah, it's
all right, okay. Explain that one. Explain that part.
I feel like
everybody thing.
Yeah, go ahead and explain that.
Explain that
We
one.
want to get your opinion on that.
You don't want none.
Yeah, no, we do.
Listen, man.
We absolutely want your opinion. Do you know? I'm very careful with how I choose these shows.
I know.
Right?
I know.
You're here on purpose.
I know.
I know you know that name.
Yeah.
Make sure you say
yeah.
the right name so we can announce.
No, you have
that
to
shit.
because I was trying to
I ain't seen a real one get
I ain't never heard a song
yet.
or something, so I was like, maybe
First time for everything.
Oh, we're still on me. I thought we were gonna I thought we curved it. Okay.
I'm still waiting on the build on. Yes, ma'am.
There we go.
I just feel like with the identity of, oh gosh, I keep hitting this. So I feel like because we adultify Black women or Black girls, I also think we also teach Black girls to mother other people. And I think that makes us put all of our emotions on the back burner. I think as someone who has brothers and grew up with a father in the home, I saw how me and my mom kind of subtracted ourselves from subtracting from environments to uphold everybody else. And it's hard to choose your happiness because choosing your happiness takes away from what you give other people. And that's not to say that Black men don't go through that either, particularly fathers. I know, parenthood is a sacrifice no matter the gender. But I think that with women, because particularly Black women, because we are in a lot of situations, especially systemically, we are tasked with kind of making ourselves kind of like inanimate objects to kind of sit and have everybody else hold everybody else's feelings and emotions for them instead of doing the work ourselves. So that's why I'm like, is Baptiste a Black man?
He is.
Okay.
Haitian.
So that coming from a Black man of choosing happiness probably has a different structure and a different, a shorter time period, a shorter time span to kind of flip that identity of like, I can choose to be happy, struggle, because I feel like a lot of the times men are taught to do for themselves, period, to do and pick and choose what that is that they need out of the situation. I feel like even dating wise, a lot of women are like, y'all need to start dating like men.
That's interesting because it sounds like it's responsibility, right? Because as a man, like raised the right way, you're not taught to do for self.
Okay.
As a man, you're taught to be selfless and do for others because it's a thankless job. I'm taking care, especially now. I agree with you because over the course of history, yes, Black women, the single homes had to have that responsibility and put everybody first. But then you do have the men that if they going about it the right way, they are selfless, right? So you're not taught to think about self, especially if you're, for me anyway, older sibling, helping moms out. I can't think about nobody else but them. I can't think about me. Still to this day. So I agree with you, but I do think it's more so, it sounds like responsibility. That's when it applies. One that has a lot of responsibility and weight of the world on his shoulders.
And also emphasis on being raised the right way.
Yeah.
But I think that that's an interesting concept, right? Because the counterpoint to that could be, how is it the right way to teach a person to always consider others first? And I think that's why a lot of Black men have like this air of unhappiness around them, because like you do spend your life doing the right thing, which is being selfless. And now like everybody feeds off of that selflessness. And so I think that there are a lot of Black men whose counterpoint would be that they feel exactly the way a lot of Black women feel, is that in putting everybody else first, in being selfless, which is the right thing to do.
Right.
Now you have put your emotions, your feelings, what you need on the back burner to serve others.
Gotcha.
So I think that there's like a dual argument in there that I think is interesting.
Because people pleasing period is going to experience that no matter what your race is. Indian, white,
but
Mexican.
I think there's a difference. I think that to me is it's like flippant, because there's a difference between a person who does things out of the kindness of their heart and people pleasers.
They be coming over
people
here taking
pleasers
care
are
of their whole
selfish
family.
to me.
I'm really just like,
I do think like people pleasers, like just like I think there's a difference between somebody who's kind and somebody that's nice. I think people who are nice fall into the realm of people pleasers, and that has nothing to do with caring about other people as much as being perceived as a person who cares about other people. Trust me, like I've just gone through that. Me and Gigi, like the little junk we was situation we was discussing. A people pleaser, somebody who doesn't care about actually being a good or a kind person, but who wants to appear that way, and then gets upset if they're not given credit for being that nice person who put other people.
They got monopoly money for the sales rep.
Yes. Do you think people pleasing is a sense of manipulation?
I think it can be, but I also think like, you know, trauma creates a lot of holes in people.
Absolutely. Got you.
And so I think like you can come up in an environment where nobody paid you any attention or gave you any love or respect or any of the things that you really need to grow and develop as a person unless you put their needs first. So no, that's not what you want to do, but that's the situation in the corner you've been backed into, because it's the only way you can get what you needed out of people. And as a child, your choices in that are limited.
Yes.
So if me being nice or a people pleaser is the only way that I can get my mom or my dad or my grandparents to love me, to pay attention to me, to give me what I need as a person, then yeah, like the thing about doing that when you're young is that your personality and who you truly are can develop around that trauma. So this issue with you becomes the center of you, and then everything else is built around it. So I think that there are situations in which both can be true.
Okay.
And I want to add on too, right? So on the flip side, because I do work with youth, you do see when you talk about men being, you know, all for self. So what you see is, right, at the very least, you know, moms, they can receive love for the most part from that born child they conceive, right? The men that's coming up, it's because it's a thankless job. If you're not mature to recognize that you're going through these communities, no one's loving you, no one's appreciating anything you do. So you get hardened and you're like, I'm gonna do for self because nobody cares about me.
Yeah.
And they expect, like you said, to be raised right. If everybody else first, all the strangers, everybody in the environment, you Hancock, you the superhero. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you're supposed to know that and move like you know that. And when you don't move like you know that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What you asking for thank you for? What you complaining for? Boy, this is your culture.
Yeah.
What you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where, like you said, for Baptiste to be like, choose happiness.
Yeah.
And when you say like dudes kind of learn that, like they got a shorter time span, I highly doubt that. They got like because every time you do that, every time you make that choice, life don't let you, like life gonna remind you, boy, did you just choose happiness? You know you got kids, right? Boy, you just choose happiness. You got a mama, right? Boy, you just choose happiness. You know you gotta go. I feel you now. I felt that.
What did you mean?
I meant when you love somebody enough and they not here no more, you don't feel like, how the fuck you gonna be happy and they not here? No, like, I ain't gonna hold you on some selfish shit. Like, let's say I'm dead and you having fun like shit. Why the fuck is you having so much fun? And again, I'm dead. Yeah. Like, that's how my toxic ass be looking at shit.
I'm not there yet.
You lose your inside and let's see what happens. Like, I know everybody got lost, but what you describing is what my life was. Yeah. I had to be great to impress her. My whole life was like impressing her. So now what?
Right. Like, what am I doing?
Now I think it becomes about impressing yourself.
I was about to
Yeah,
say that.
and learning how to do
Learning how to be fulfilled. But honestly, like I think like, you know, me and Cheryl, we've talked in
Why you
great
put me on
detail
this show, bro?
about we've talked in great detail about what I think is the most significant loss anyone will ever say, which is I think another interesting fact, because I do think like the loss of a mother feels more significant overall. What happened?
I gotta get up.
We're gonna take a commercial break, y'all. We'll be back.
Well, I can explain it as codependency is a thing that I feel like single parents create. It don't really gotta make it a mom or dad thing. A single parent, especially depending on your age, like you gonna lock in with your firstborn, and y'all gonna get through the rest of the world together. So the codependency could develop, especially if it's already like if the parent already is like, you know, has things that will create a codependent type of tendency. You're gonna raise somebody low key who's also gonna have, you know, especially tendencies. I always tell people like I think y'all, not y'all, single mothers mess up by telling their kids that they can't trust nobody except for them. Like, don't tell your kids that no more. Like, because that shit is crazy. Because when you're gone, like now they realize don't trust anybody. You know. So I think that's all it is, codependency. So if no matter who you're grieving, if you were codependent on them, you're now trying to figure out who you are and what you like and what you do, what you eat, how long you supposed to sleep. Like
that's
all
part
that
of it.
shit.
Yeah, but that's the thing about codependency is that it's dangerous with anybody, anywhere, at any age.
Absolutely.
Right? As somebody who was in a codependent relationship, I think the first couple of months of that were very tough. And
just a couple.
Yeah, I mean, you know, niggas,
Yeah.
you know, I ain't gonna say that on here. We have a mostly male audience, but I'll say that the faster you accept what is not good for you, I think the easier it is to start creating habits and patterns in your life that are good for you. And the faster you begin to see progress now that you have healthier habits, and then the faster you can like kind of move towards change. Doesn't fix everything. I think that grief is, you know, has never been a straight line. And so you can feel like you're 100% good from something, and then a song will come on, or a show that y'all used to watch, or somewhere you used to go, a smell, and it'll take you right back there. And it will make you feel as though like no healing has happened. Right? But that's the enemy lying to you. Yeah. And so I think I've gotten better about like casting that out like really quickly. Because I do tend to be a person who gets wrapped up in things. Yeah. And so, like, I will overthink something to death. I will spend a day, like, with my mind wrapped around a given subject. And so, like, I've gotten better at, not perfect at, but gotten better at just casting things out.
And I'm the opposite. I have to name what I'm feeling, and I have to sit in it so that I can allow it to pass.
No, I think, like, that is a part of it, too. But I think it's, like, where you fall in the process. So, for me, I think, like, having to, like, really feel my feelings deeply, innately, to take time out to like really ingest all of the hurt that I'm going through. There is a time limit on that for me.
I like that.
So like for me, like my experience with grief, right, without getting into details because I wouldn't give a nigga the satisfaction, but like my experience with it was just like I need some time to myself. I didn't know what that was going to look like or how long it was going to take. It turned into 2 months.
You talking about grieving your relationship? Yeah, that can be tough sometimes.
Like, you don't know how long it's going to be, and you telling yourself, I knew this wasn't good for me, and I always knew that it wasn't going to be that, and I always knew that this wasn't the person. But none of that changes how you feel about it. None of that changes how much it hurts you. You could have the worst parent in the world. You lose them and you feel something. Yeah. So like that is the same of every relationship you're in, whether you're grieving a partner, whether you're grieving a friendship that is no longer valid in your life. Like I took the time that I needed to like sit in it. Yeah. And that sitting in it, I was thinking a couple of weeks, and then it turned into a couple of months.
That's like with my business. I thought I was going to be, I told my customers, oh, I'll be back by June.
bitch.
Yeah. The thing with this show,
Not back by June.
we had booked 2 months worth of show because we book out kind of far anyway. We tend
right.
to book 2 months in advance. And that's true because I feel like a lot of people, like I'll give them a timetable for something and they think I'm spending them. And that's not the case. Like we book out that far in advance. And so we had already booked 2 months worth of shows. And so I thought a couple weeks, right? Couple weeks I deal with myself. I already knew this was coming to it, and I had told Cheryl that months before it even happened, that I didn't want it, that I didn't think it was good for me. Told Chaz the same thing. I didn't want it. I didn't think it was good for me. I didn't think it was the healthy situation. I didn't think it was good enough, frankly.
Yeah.
And stayed anyway. And so even in knowing like this is not good for me, this is not good enough for me, it didn't change anything as far as like how I felt about it or how difficult it was to face.
Aftermath.
And that's fair.
But I think for me, it just really was like, okay, it'll take as long as it takes. It took a couple of months. That was not my anticipated process. But I sat in it. I felt my feelings. I cried myself to sleep for weeks. And then you start moving on. Yeah. So when I say time limit, what I'm saying is like there were a couple of months that I had not planned on where I absolutely needed to sit in it. Yeah. But you need to give yourself freedom from that too.
Yeah.
Because your grief can become like this weight that you never lift off of yourself if you are constantly in a mode of like feeling your feelings forever. Like you got to put yourself on a time limit for your healing sometimes. Right. And also like you got to speak that into your own life. Do you want to be a year, 2 years, 3 years into something and still like a song comes on and you right back in that moment like none of that healing ever happened? Like God didn't tap in. Like you don't trust him. Like you don't know that there's better somewhere on the other side of this. I ain't finna get an enemy that type of credit. Right. So like it just got to a point where it was like I felt like no, you're entitled to feel however you feel about this. But all of this sitting around sulking, crying all day long, like enough. I was sick of it. Yeah. This my life, my body, my mind, my feelings, my emotions. You just get to a point where you're like, man, I'm tired of feeling like this. No, really. And I'm not about to let this shit take over my whole life.
Not over no nigga.
Not over no nigga. Right. So like you just get to a point where it's just like, all right, well.
And I love that because it's like giving yourself that stop sign, like I'm not about to. And
it's not like it's my first breakup, so it's not. The process is not the same. Conversely, right? I was with this guy, no lie. I think we were together like 2 months, right? In the grand scheme of your life, it's a blip on the radar. It means nothing. It took me a year to get over that. It took me longer to get over 2 months than it did 6 years.
The actual, that always happens.
That 6 years, I was done with that in 2 months. And then, you know what I'm saying? My pimping came back too. You know what I'm saying? You know,
right.
I'm really, you know, I'm really that. You know what I'm saying? And I had forgot. You know?
Mac therapy is a motherfucking real thing.
It helps.
Sometimes you
it's not. It's a dangerous and traumatic way to deal with yourself. But honestly, like, I think for me, the difference is like, I don't think you should lean into it too heavily. I think it's dangerous to do that because then I think what you do is you begin to hide the worst parts of yourself in that and not deal with them. But I do think like the reminder that like, oh, you're still attractive. You still fly.
Yeah,
you still cool.
Want you.
They still want you out here. Honestly, it's nothing wrong with a little reminder. And I'll be getting them on a weekly basis. You know what I'm saying? I have to guess. You know what I mean? Like, it was nice having some reminders because I do think like in any toxic situation with any person, it can make you forget the best of yourself.
Absolutely.
It can make you forget how special you are, how smart you are, how important you are. More than any of that, it can make you forget how loved you are. If you don't feel like you loved by anybody, let me tell you, God love you. Yeah. So I think like you can get so down and so into yourself that your grief almost becomes this mode of self-absorption. And you run in this cycle of like how sad I am and how I feel about something. And we're not talking about if you lose a parent. We just talking about these niggas,
I just keep saying in my head, relationship.
We talking about relationships. Because I tell you that one-on-one. I can never
I don't think you heal. I just don't think you heal. I think you grow. Yeah. I think you become a different person and you can never be the same person. But you don't have to be sad. Like you said, you don't have to sit. But the process of grief is like niggas. Like the process of grief is a nigga like like I was with somebody for 6 years and was over it. I was gonna say though, when you was talking about like being sad and shit after that, but before that you already knew that it wasn't working. Like you know what I'm saying? We had already talked about it. You knew. I don't think that that's the same. Like we be sitting in that shit for a second, right? And we be all crying and shit. But it's not the nigga. Like on God, it's not really the nigga. It's because you spent 6 years lying to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like so you're mad as shit. You're mad about the 6 years.
Energy and
mad
and money investment.
You know what I'm saying? You realize now you realize the nigga was lame and that you was talking to a lame nigga for 6 years. So now you're looking in the mirror like, damn, I've been talking to this lame ass nigga.
You mad at yourself for even allowing this to happen. You should have been smarter. You should have made better choices.
Yeah, so like I told Chaz that, like, nigga.
I told Chaz that, right? Me and Chaz, we had to talk about that after the show one week.
I got a question,
and go ahead. Oh, you want to ask that now?
No.
You want to interrupt me to do that?
One second.
I know
all them ISTs, don't ever put that on my name. Don't ever put that on my name.
Nah, what's your favorite word? She gaslighting you?
I don't even know.
It's when somebody try to make you think you did something wrong when they really did
You
some
want it was
shit
fucked up
wrong.
though? You know the only way that worked is if you did it.
Nah, why I do it to you by the end of the show. Watch.
Yeah. Some people are just very good at convincing.
But I might be different.
It's like you just be saying things like you're different than somebody else.
Yeah, but not even that.
No,
not even
nigga,
just that. If truth gonna cut through, how can you be gaslit?
I just did it. That's what I'm saying. And you said yes. You agreed with me.
What I say?
I said, what the hold on.
Yeah, what you say?
I was like,
I think I answered you. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. I apologize.
You said, even though it's different, is it?
Oh, I was like, that's right. You think you're different, like you're better than other people, like you know something else. And you said, yeah. Like you literally was like, yeah.
No, but she said something else. But I wouldn't. We all different. Why would I think I'm different and think that that's like a higher thought? Everybody should be different. You think you're the same as someone?
But you're responding to me now instead of what you was originally talking about. Yeah. No, not this though. You get what I'm saying? I'm just trying to show you how it works. Yeah.
Really
like you just got thrown off.
I'm not throwing off. I'm just converting. And that's.
But we're not talking about the original subject no more.
That's how you throwing off.
See how we're deeply into another. Like,
so gaslight and then like moving the conversation on the same thing.
No, gaslighting is more so like
because I thought somebody was trying to get mad or like I thought.
I think this is a good meant to have.
It's like gaslighting is like taking you away from your original point, making you spend time explaining yourself, and you trying to. That's not gaslighting.
Like let's say you trying to press me out about some shit.
Yeah.
At this point now, I'm like basically
turning it.
Flipping
it over to you.
It doesn't matter how it happens. It don't matter if you get mad. It don't matter what. Yeah, like
we're not talking about what I did. We talking about your reaction to what I did.
Like you spend 5 minutes like trying to, you know what I'm saying, and then maybe possibly forget what the conversation was about. And that's what the person's counting on.
Yeah, I forgot.
The reason why I ain't do that. The reason why I do that because I'm not paying attention.
True. But I was just giving an example. Yeah. Because you said you didn't know.
But I also could be. I'm good at recalling if I care. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like if I care, that's why I said the gaslight thing, it don't work. And if you know the truth, or if you good in who you are, because if somebody real life can get you off your square,
right?
Not your sales rep square, your square, like who you are. If I'm a dickhead and I'm trying to be a nice guy, and you gaslight me, I'm gonna be a dickhead. If you wasn't ready for a dickhead, I'm gonna beat you. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like it really don't matter about what you tried to do. What was going to happen is what happened. You feel what I'm saying? So if you say, "Hey, I got you from this point to this point," was I walking with you or did you force me? You feel what I'm saying? Like because it's like I own if I walk with you, you can't force me to do nothing. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I said the gaslight. That's why I had to get a better some clarity because words mean things.
But I was saying that to say it get thrown around a lot, like misogynist. That was the point. So let's go back. What was you
I
talking
had
about?
a friend. Man, can I ask you a question? What is a misogynist for real? Because I know the definition in Webster and Oxford and shit, but
ultimately it's a man who thinks he's superior to women. That's a simple way to put it.
So can I ask you a question? If it was a man who accepts that women are superior to him,
a simp.
That's what he is. I never heard that.
Not being the same. If someone is,
I don't think you're mad.
Like, do you think it's bad?
You want to know something wild? I think there's good simps and bad simps. You know what I'm saying? I think like there's a good and bad to everybody. I think like
Chance, you making a face over?
No, I don't. I'm waiting to hear. I just want to hear. I'm here. I just want to know what simp.
Everything got a context, right?
I want to know what the simp mean.
So if I just like, man, I'm not gonna drown it out. You could be good, bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's subjective.
I mean, those are the two. That was a prime example, though, because you said if you think a woman is better than you or whatever, right?
I said, what are you called if you believe?
Right.
If that,
and my answer was simp, right? Yeah. So, like, to go to your point as the two, that was my answer for that.
Okay.
That's negative, right?
I don't know.
Well, kind of. But I'm like that in my relationship.
That
yeah, but
you see what I'm saying? Like, it's two different. It can be different.
Funny wise too, because if you disrespect certain superiorities, it's like life gonna remind you. You dig what I'm saying? Or culture or society tries to remind you. You dig what I'm saying? So,
that's true. Diddy found out.
Oh,
that's
eventually,
I lost a friend. I lost a friend to them. One of my homegirls who was like real, like even killed. Woke up one morning like her algorithm changed.
Huh?
You dig what I'm saying? Like she just started speaking.
Women can also be red pilled.
And then she asked me a whole bunch of she was drilling me like, do you think women should do this? Do you think women should do that? I was like, why the fuck is you asking me what the fuck you do? I look like a woman, dog? I love my mama. Why I gotta prove that to you? You know what I'm saying? Like I love my grandma. Why I gotta prove that to you?
Gender roles feel very last century. So
they are though. But you know what though? The nuances happened in the last century too.
You just say that. No, I'm very what's it called?
Gender roles. So
no, what's the word? I'm traditional. I'm very traditional. I'm with that shit. I don't want to open my door. I don't want to pump my own gas.
No, I respect that.
No, I like that.
I like that too.
I mean, I do that.
Because you like or prefer something that has anything to do with the role.
Right. There we go.
I cook and clean in my house.
Right.
But I think my man should take the trash out.
He does.
So like, I don't think that's a gender role. Because if the trash needs to go out and he's not there, I will take it out.
Right. But they're happy about it.
It's what has to be done.
You are with gender roles.
She's neutral.
I'm neutral.
She's neutral.
Neutral is not the same.
I'm an advocate for traditional gender role relationships. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
So you think that?
I think we waste too much time trying to prove that
what is your
powerful.
When you say
powerful?
When you say gender roles, define what that looks like for you.
I mean,
opening the doors, but what are the other things? Because there's a lot of
the man leads the relationship. Like I spent my whole life having to be strong.
That's not a gender role.
That's take care of everything. But that's the same thing. How is that not the same thing?
Up to you.
I think that's the argument. Like this new shit is to like argue about like, oh, I think women should always have to do this. I'm not trying to work. To be honest with you, I'm trying to stay home. I'm trying to take care of my kids. However many fucking kids you want, I don't give a damn. Like, you got enough money? Yeah, like that's what's happening. Like, nah, I'm not anything my husband wants. That's what's happening.
But in the Bible, women worked.
They did.
I don't give a fuck about the Bible. We already talked about that.
Facts. But I'm saying, like, if I'm saying, like, gender roles are like,
shout out to God.
Last century,
niggas wrote the Bible.
Are you throwing it all out? Are you saying is that you throwing it all out for both? Or
no, I'm not. So what I'm saying is like, I think that gender roles are ridiculous. I think you do what you need to do in your household.
Absolutely.
I think it's cool for people.
And I don't mind having to do that. Do I want to take the I don't want to do shit. I would rather have a maid and a chef to do all of this. So if we're talking about gender roles, like, yeah, I cook and clean and make sure the laundry is done and fold clothes. That's always been what I've done. I don't have a problem with any of those things. I like doing those things because I like a clean space.
Yeah.
But would I prefer to have a chef and a maid? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I'm so to that point that I'm just going to do, like, I'm going to put myself in that position. Like, I'm not really trying to like I'll have somebody come clean the house once a month if necessary. Like I'm just going to focus on getting to that point. Like I really don't want to do it.
Dora comes twice a month.
Yeah, like I really just don't want to do the shit no more. I'm good.
I don't care. I'm getting money. I'm paying for convenience. But point being, but I do genuinely think like if there's something that needs to be done, who does it to me is irrelevant.
I agree.
Because until you get a man that'll do it. I'm
just because I like, I think you just need a partner.
And you're gonna fall right on into that gender role,
which is
comfortably.
I mean, you're gonna. We're just saying you're gonna fall into your nature.
So
nature, but I don't think that has anything to do with your gender.
I have been in a marriage before,
maybe
a marriage with a man who was like, "You don't have to work," and I was like, "Cool."
Yeah.
And I was at home with the kids.
Not having to work,
and I was cooking and I was cleaning and I was doing all of these things. And I was like, damn, this feel like work too.
Okay.
Exactly.
Could you
better
clean?
say it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you was going to work.
No, my
No, I'm
work
saying
at
at
the house.
first, no, you had a job before the nigga, right? You had to go to work. You had to clock in. You had to work 8 hours a day.
I had that experience.
So now you're at home working 8 hours
But
a day.
what she, so what Mia is saying though, would you just go ahead? I'm sorry.
I'm at home and I'm not just at home chilling. I'm at home still slaving away for a fucking baby
Just a different
that
job.
don't give a fuck about me and what I'm talking about.
Quite frankly, a different and more thankless job.
That's what I'm saying. And then he's coming home and he's like, all right, I'm hungry. Well, bitch, me too. Okay. I had to sit through fucking a 5-minute nap with this fucking child who don't even know how to sleep. Like it's.
But was he feeding into you or pouring into you in other areas or like nurturing you in other areas? Or was he just paying the bills?
He was paying the bills.
So that's different. When you find a nigga, I guarantee
I'm just
you.
saying, like I've had someone who did that too, but
no, I mean in other
right?
areas like healthcare, yeah.
Like, you be surprised because before we got married, he was doing those things.
Because a man not about to, he's a man for a real nigga is not about to be like, I'm gonna stay at home and take care of the kids.
Married, things kind of changed.
No, it's a whole lot of niggas who would stay home and take care of
No, I'm saying a real nigga.
It's a lot of dudes.
Not a bitch ass nigga. Like a nigga that's gonna stay home and let it. Like, all right, you gotta be like.
So a man who chooses to stay home and take care of his kids is a bitch ass
nigga.
You would like
that's crazy because women do that full time all the time. What the hell are we?
No, it's different. That's what I'm telling you. I agree with gender roles. Like I'm that other person. I see it that way. It's black and white. I'm cool with it. Like, but I do respect other people's opinions. But that's a lot of work. I'm lazy. I'm not trying to do all that.
You respect other people's opinions, but stay-at-home fathers are bitch ass niggas.
No, all right, yeah, that part, yeah.
I just want to make sure we clarify.
Well, see, all right, this is what. All right, this the underlying word I just heard though. You said lazy.
Yeah.
That right. That's what messed the game up.
Because I feel like we're arguing for no reason. Like even the whole women got to work thing. How did that work out?
Fire, apparently.
All right.
Like,
I'm not gonna hold it.
I do. You know why? You know why I complain about work? The only reason I complain about work is because I got to go in that bitch 3 times a year. If I didn't ever have to go in there, it'd be all right.
Man,
that's fair. But I also think that we don't live in a society or an economy that allows us to be as traditional as a lot of people would prefer to be.
100%.
And I also think, like growing up, my dad's from the South. So we have the saying in Mississippi, welcome to Mississippi, where the girls drink like they damn daddies and the men cook like they mamas. My dad cooked. My mom made more money for a little bit of time, but my dad eventually, caught up in that way. But I believe that I'm agreeing with y'all about like people got to do what they got to do regardless of their role in the relationship, regardless of their gender. And I also think as a bisexual, I don't date heteronormatively. I'm not really doing strict gender roles because my sexual identity doesn't come from a traditional gender role already. But I love seeing men take care of their damn kids. Lord.
I do like that, yeah.
And I also love seeing men give their wives the freedom to be who they are.
Yeah.
Because my boyfriend now always jokes about being a stay-at-home dad and da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, no, you're gonna work. But I'm glad he understands my role in the world. Right. Like I have a service-based career, so he understands that mommy may have to go home or go away for like 2 months to like Asia or some shit for an assignment or whatever. And as a musician, and this has already happened before, we don't have any kids, but he'll have to go away for a week on tour and da-da-da-da-da. So I think the system that America is, the capitalism, oh my God, the capitalism ruins everybody's cultural goals of whatever that tradition looks like for you. So,
and also I think as Black people in this nation with no tie to our culture or our history or who we are, and like this westernized, like version of like what the familial unit looks like. I don't think that the men in this nation are raised to be husbands. I think girls over here are raised to be wives.
Absolutely.
Right? To fight for that. I think like we can get into it. I'm anxious. Hold on, let me get this off first.
No,
before you start coddling this nigga. We're not doing that.
No.
But I genuinely feel like
every rule. That's what I'm trying.
Yeah, there's exceptions to every rule.
You gotta remember,
but there are rules. Yeah. So, the reason why we call it an exception to the rules is because the rules stand. Mm-hmm. I don't think that, in large, the men in this nation, in this society, are raised to desire to be husbands. I think that men are raised to want women, to like women, but so often I see niggas who love pussy but don't actually like girls.
Oh my God, they hate women, Lord.
I think that while women are raised to, like, women here are raised to see other women as competition. Women here are raised to
because you said that shit. Don't leave me hanging.
Say what?
Damn, I can't get that. Mm-mm. I appreciate that.
Yeah, see,
but you know what? I fuck with you.
But I mean, real talk. Like, I think the women here don't talk across though. Real talk, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for the purposes of like the mic and the show, and also because I fucking said so. But ultimately, like, I think like it's important that women understand, like, we raised to be wives over here, and our men aren't necessarily. Women are taught to like women, to want women, and maybe to value women. Mm-hmm. But that's a very different thing from like what it means to like curate a husband. Mm-hmm. Whereas I think girls over here, like, we strive to be wives.
Oh my God.
Down south, I don't know about up north. I don't know about you. You said y'all sat here for a second talking about y'all hate gender roles and niggas ain't shit.
No, I don't think no. I don't think niggas ain't shit whatsoever. Yeah, no.
We say we don't like gender roles. That doesn't mean that we have a problem with performing the task.
Yeah, right. No.
Yeah. But your goal is not being a wife.
That's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true
at all.
Your natural bias is creating the argument that you're coming up with, but you're not actually listening to what the fuck we're saying. Because that's not what either of us said.
All right.
We never said that we hated the actual role associated.
Never, ever.
I
never.
That this is what women are supposed to do.
Because when you said the thing about opening doors and all that, I love that. I love my doors being open. I love cooking for my man. Like,
open the door for a man.
No nigga that I've ever. Hold on. No nigga. Listen. In a relationship, though, sure. No man that I've ever been with want me to open a fucking door. And I'm saying I would never do that. I would never do that.
There's nothing wrong with we like that shit in some areas.
Oh yeah, we do.
I get what you're saying, but no.
It's different gender roles though. Like it's
definitely different. You sit at the touche.
Exaggerating when I say niggas, but I'm just saying
definitely don't. But that's the thing. Like, but that's the thing. When you find a man who you feel as though they are a good person, a good man, good to you, loving, supportive, you gonna do. You gonna do. And let me tell you, I have tried to open.
Regardless of how he treats you, you still supposed to do that.
And you still supposed to do that. When a man disrespects me, guess what part of me you gonna get?
I'm not cooking for you.
I'm not doing. I can't.
Wash him just to get him about the basket.
I can't. I really can't, because if you want something from me, it's supposed to be a give and take.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be
absolutely.
And people look at that like it's bad.
I think a lot of relationships and dynamics are transactional.
People don't understand that.
The cousin,
because you're not gonna be bad to me, and I'm gonna be fucking good to you. How does that work?
You would hope that you would still want to be good to a person regardless. But honestly, this is a full circle thing.
It don't say anything about if somebody's treating you bad.
This is a full circle thing. So this is where I say the difference between kindness and goodness.
Right.
Because like I think like when you're talking about being nice about something, right? Like you expect something in exchange.
You do.
For that. But I think like kindness, honestly, I feel like this is where a lot of women get led astray in bad relationships, because the kindness that exists in you keeps you perpetrated towards these behaviors that are not good for you, that this person does not deserve, and that you should have exited well before.
A long time ago.
But you're a kind person.
Right.
So you continue to do these things that take care of this person in this relationship, regardless of the fact that they don't really deserve them, because that is who you are. Yeah. And people know who you are.
Yeah, that's why. Yes, it is.
Because you don't know. They know you a simp. They like that about you. And they like the fact that you're going to play that role regardless of what they do.
It's not supposed to be regardless, though. It don't got to be regardless. Like, just find a nigga that deserve it.
That's true. I 100% agree with you.
And just wait until you find, like you said, don't force it. Like, just wait. You might be that one. You might not get one.
Also, for context, y'all, I want to make sure we got some context in Cheryl's little arguments here. Cheryl just got in this little relationship that she is. So So she in the honeymoon phase, you know what I'm saying? So there's that hint of morning glory
the disrespect
and all the things that she's saying. It's the truth. The way you see your relationship 8 months in is not the way you see it 8 years in.
But you don't know
Not at
that
all.
people have been through.
That's true.
But
that
also,
doesn't change anything.
but that's
What you went
also
through prior to
important.
this relationship that you've been in.
That's
for 8
important.
months is not who you are in a day.
That's
Yeah,
right.
a person's potential is very important. And I also think
You can't go with
I'm
that.
not at 6 months yet, but me and my partner have had a lot of heavy talks.
Yeah.
So we don't have to have them in year
That's
2,
all I'm
year
saying.
5.
Yeah.
That's important. That's important. And healing is important as well. It's like if you need to work on yourself, don't fucking bring me in this shit yet. Like
evolution of life. Sometimes
Also-
people grow and change in a relationship, and sometimes they grow together, and sometimes they grow apart. Yeah, happens in a marriage.
Yeah.
So like
In life,
you don't
yeah.
know what year 10 is going to hold,
Mhm.
but there is like the 10 of morning glory in the beginning. Honestly, I think
it
like,
is.
that's God's intention.
Yeah,
I think, like,
yeah.
you're supposed to feel that good in the beginning.
Of
It's
course.
like it motivates you through some of the times that are not as easy later on.
Absolutely.
And there are going to be times when it's not as easy later
Yeah.
on. No relationship is perfect. Everybody going through some shit. You going through shit individually.
Mhm.
It's just going to create issues in your relationship. You're going through
You're gonna be
things
tested.
together and growing and evolving in that relationship.
Yeah.
Those are just the nature of the human condition.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean that you're like meant to break up. But who you look like in year 1 is not who you look like in year 10. That's just how it is.
Well, you can
At all.
tell pretty early on if you're gonna be able to communicate through those situations.
Nope, I can't say that.
Mm,
No, I can say
I
that.
can't say
you
that.
know I can say that. Because when the fuck do I stay around some shit that gets difficult? Ever.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you want the truth?
But I don't try.
I don't think that you have enough quality, high-end, committed relationship experience to be able to say that yet.
And that's
what I
okay.
said, yeah.
And that's
I don't
okay.
think you know enough yet. Just like I can't relate to what it is to lose a parent because I've never been there. You can't really relate to what it is to be in a 10-year relationship because you've never been there.
Mhm.
And I think that you need to humble yourself a little bit when it comes to that.
I'm
That's just me
humble.
being.
Why am I not humble? Because I'm speaking about happy shit.
No, I'm not saying
I'm not over here talking about
That's not what I'm saying.
about
That's not what I'm saying.
my relationship.
That's not what I'm saying at all. I just think like this
I am
gender role
humble.
shit, this is year 1 shit.
No, that's just the truth. No. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought that before I had it. We're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into the
Okay.
past.
This is the
I
space.
felt this
Get into
way
it. I can defend
for
myself.
a long time. You know what fuck up my shit I got going on. But I felt this way about gender roles for a long time.
How long
like,
is a long
that's
time?
Like forever. Like I never want. Man, I used to say I wanted 10 kids when I was little.
No, but I don't
Like-
think that wanting somebody to open a door
That's what
for
you're.
you.
I think that's what's wrong. Like I read the definition if you want. I don't think that gender roles has to be as negative as everybody makes it.
We're not making
And
it
then we were
negative.
just talking about how there's some.
This is
Well,
what
I mean,
we say
you're
when we
so
say you're
like I
misinterpreting
can't
what
say
we're
I like
saying.
it.
We never said that gender roles were negative.
So why can't I say I like it?
We're not saying that there's a problem with you liking it.
So how am I not humble? I never said nothing was wrong with anybody
Not about the
else's
gender roles.
decision. Because I'm
Not about
happy.
the gender roles. That's not what we're talking about.
Because I'm happy about my relationship.
That's
not
not what we said either. This is
give
all
me the
you. This is
example.
all you.
I mean, I'm
This
trying
is
to
not
understand
what we're
it.
saying. This is you, and we understand that, and we're gonna respect that. But don't push it on us that we didn't say, because
What
nobody
do you
here said
mean?
that.
Just
We're
explain
not
to me
having
what
that
you
either.
mean.
You my sister, and I love you. But right is right and wrong is wrong. We're not just gonna let you say shit because you feeling a way.
I'm asking you to say. I literally thought I repeated. Did I not? I thought I repeated what you just said. So
Which was
that I need to humble myself because
That's
I haven't been in a long enough committed relationship.
Yeah. That's just
I'm
in
saying, I'm trying to figure out how I wasn't humble because I don't want to give that. So I can know for the future or for the rest of this conversation, how am I not being humble? Because I'm excited about my point of view.
It's because you're taking what we're saying and like putting it on its ear to suit your argument.
You play the devil's advocate all the time. I'm just making the conversation juicy. I really don't. I could just sit here and be quiet. I'm trying to be active and involved.
No, we're not saying
Like,
that though.
so I'm not saying
What
nothing
we're
to
saying-
say nothing
when
against
we say
nobody.
humble, we saying like, if you don't have the background in something to judge it one way or the other, then it's wrong to point fingers at other people and call what they're saying right or wrong.
No, I
we
didn't.
never said. You keep saying that we saying gender roles are wrong and fucked up. No, one ever
I mean,
said that.
okay. So
We never said that.
all right, I'll wait for that. I'm misunderstanding what you're saying. Then in
That's
that
what
case.
we're telling
But
you.
I'm not pointing a finger at anybody. I kept saying that's cool. Like I don't like a lot of people
Saying
feel that
something
way.
is cool that we didn't say though, it makes
No,
it
no,
seem
no, no,
like
no.
we
I'm
said it. We
saying
never said
no.
that.
Whatever the things that you're saying about gender roles that are not the same as what I'm saying, I'm just saying that's okay. Like
What
I don't
happened
want
you
you
to define it,
to. I was.
So if gender roles are just what opening doors,
Well, there's
and not
different
having
types. No, we were even
That's what
talking
we're trying
about
to clarify
different
for
types.
you. That's
So
what
it's
you're
not
telling us.
all. I'm just saying it's okay to be not okay with them if you're not. But it's okay to be okay with them if you are. Like, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying nobody's wrong. I'm not saying I'm 100% right. So that's what I mean. I do feel like I'm being humble because I'm not saying I'm the only one that knows. I'm just saying my preference. Okay. Like, I'm not trying to say this the only way to go.
Respect.
I would. And you making the money, you bringing home the bacon. That's what's up. Do I want to bring home the bacon in my relationship?
She said no.
All we're
She
saying
said
is
my
that
preference
we're
is
not
no.
against gender roles.
Yeah,
no,
I'm
do
not.
what you need to do in your house.
Am I exaggerating and being sarcastic? Yes. But I'm not trying to say, like, that's not what's, I'm not trying to give
Fair
that.
enough. We respect that. This is the point of conversation,
Yeah,
right? The point of conversation is clarity. So now we got clarity. There you go. Yeah, y'all niggas need to watch that. Like, and yelling and screaming at each other when y'all don't agree.
You
Just
just
like,
be chill
wait,
and
let's,
doing the
what do you mean?
You
Break it down, break it down, break it down.
Yeah, we can.
And now we're here.
To a situation if we're misinterpreting and seeing things wrong. But that's all we were saying.
I think people just meet hype with hype, and then it's like it get lost.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
That happens.
Like,
and also like,
don't yell at me like that.
I think like,
well, because she just like, I know she just feels strongly about what she's talking about, and also like, I'm trying to do better on. I do have communication issues. I'm trying to do better in hearing what you're saying. When it gets hyped, do I not hear it? Yes.
Yeah.
But in that instance, I was just like,
no, I want to get to it.
Yeah.
Like, you know my intentions too. You know what I'm saying?
I think anybody else, I probably wouldn't have heard the end of the sentence.
That helps, right? I think a lot of times when people get into things, they have no idea what the intention is of the person that they're talking to. And I think it's very easy to assume negative intent.
Yeah.
And then to base your entire argument on the fact that you think somebody has malicious
or you feel,
intent. You feel somebody has malicious intent instead of just like listening to understand.
Yeah.
But most people don't listen to understand, right? We're genuinely sitting here listening to understand. That is why we're able to communicate clearly, even though it's 5 people sitting right here. I think that is the benefit and like what this show proves to me on a weekly basis. If we listen to understand instead of always listening to respond, you're gonna get clarity on some of the shit, and you don't always be right about shit, or you heard something wrong or interpreted it wrong. That's fine. That happens every week. I fuck shit up every week. What do you think this is?
Y'all did good. Y'all both were saying the same thing in a way. Y'all both really are right too. Like what she said about society. So we got to get back to the point to where we got to know we won behind enemy lines and things is just messed up, right? So now moving forward, how can we work together as both genders to get back into our natural spaces?
Sure.
So yeah, there's a point to where everybody should be in their natural roles and man should be protecting, providing, maintaining all that. I get it. But let's work together instead of fighting on this because we know we behind enemy lines and the whole society is fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now, like, I've been married. I knew my wife since I was 18. We still rocking. So, but I always say we 100, 100. You know what I'm saying? We both go out there now and get it. Money go to the pot. We do our thing till we get to a point to where we can both just fall in naturally completely into our roles.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I think households don't do that enough because people, I said, they married but single for real at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to really figure out how to get back and really work together to make this thing move forward because things is all backwards now.
I think that's true for us, like culturally as a whole, right? Like it's hard for Black women who don't know each other to sit down and have a conversation that doesn't end in some kind of drama. I think that happens a lot, or at least I don't even know if that's necessarily true, but that feels like the connotation that we put on each other.
I worked in a lot of old women situations, and it does happen, and you do have to put a lot of effort into keeping it cordial. Like when I used to manage the salon, man, I used to have to put, so it was cool. Don't get me wrong. None of the girls got in it. Everything was cool. It was a different type of workplace. People swear up and down women can't work together. Did it take a lot of time, effort, and energy out of me to keep it that way? Yes.
Not facts.
But back to what you were saying, and I think it adds to what you were saying too. Even for not even just in the relationship situation, I think that we have to work on becoming somebody that's worth somebody treating you the way you want to be treated. Because it's like we be wanting to be treated a certain way, but it's like, am I worth it? Because I'm not gonna hold you. In those past situations, I was not moving in a way where somebody would want to treat. You know what I'm saying? Like, or make
that's
that
very
honest.
But that's what you gotta be honest with yourself about too.
Yeah.
Like I think like in any
that's what healing is.
Yeah,
being honest with yourself.
Any breakdown in a situation, whether that's a relationship or a friendship, I think you need to ask yourself like, who you were in that situation to cause like the problems. Like
without pointing a finger.
Without pointing a finger.
For
I think if you pointing a finger, you need to point it at yourself. I think it's important post any kind of breakup, friendship or otherwise, right? Whether that's you and your girlfriend not getting along no more. Like, then that's been my homegirl since I was in the 3rd grade. And like now it seems like we growing apart. We not getting along. We can't really like have a communicative situation. I don't understand what's happening. Whatever break is happening, you got to point your finger at yourself at some point and say like, well, who was I in that particular situation? Who was I in those moments? When I was asking him for this, what was I doing? When I was begging him to do that, like, where was I? Like, why did I choose that person? What in me was missing, or what did I lack at that time?
Like,
at that point in time to even make me make that choice? How did I miss all of those flags?
Because that might be the only mistake is missing the red flags. Like,
100%.
Not being honest with yourself.
You only get that context sometimes when you're out of the situation.
Sure.
So I think
that's important.
Important. And I also think a lot of the times people will smooth things over. They'll see a red flag and then like make it orange for the sake of like longevity. And I think women
that return
that's dangerous. That's dangerous.
Yes, the return on investments, especially woman to woman friendships. I feel like we love when we've known for 20, 30, 40, you know, your sandbox friends. And I think that with the sandbox in mind, like, yeah, we were kids, but now we're going into womanhood and now we don't have the same values and morals and now it's different. And like, there's just a lot of just different things to consider about continuing to have these paths. Because I think some people's paths cross early on and then they kind of unweave themselves as you go. And then some people cross paths, unweave, and then come back. And I think part of coming back and reuniting, particularly in friendship, comes with a very, very deep sense of self-reflection.
For sure. Maturity.
I 100% agree.
And I love those happy endings like that. Well, with any kind of relationship, but definitely friendships, because it's like, we did some reflecting and I realized it was me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really. And that's easy.
I've also had the opposite happen, where like a friendship ended with a person, and I assumed that it was all me. And then I get back into a space of like, well, now we're communicating again. We're working on this. We're trying to move this forward. Too. And in getting to know this person again, I realized, no, the fuck it wasn't.
Oh, it
was you. It was you. And honestly, even if it wasn't you, then I don't really like this version of you now.
Right.
You too.
Like, we're different people now. This no longer makes sense. As right. That was a decision that I made.
I love that.
Last like couple of years of like, I had a best friend in college who I loved and adored, and I felt like that friendship had fallen off because of me. And for years I felt responsible for it. I carried that weight around. And so we got an opportunity to like reconnect, and that's what we did. And I reconnected with him and realized I do not like you.
Nigga, you a bitch. I'm joking, guys. I'm totally joking. I'm totally joking.
He was the B word.
Look, I just wanted to play the devil girl. I'm just joking.
Kind of extremist.
That's different.
It turned into that.
I had to tell my best friend that, because she's like, I don't even know what we were talking about, but it's like why she gets so upset and frustrated with people sometimes in the discussions, or even just like certain people she don't like or want to be around. And I'm like, you know what it is, right? Like, we low key have a low tolerance for like dumb people, like. And it could be frustrating. You trying to figure out why you don't fuck with the person, or why everything they do irritates you, and it's because they're not operating on the same plane as you're operating. It's like you keep talking about dumb shit. I'm sitting here talking about
real
what
shit.
I'm trying to do, and you know what type of conversations we be having. Like, I ain't trying to put that shit. But then you sitting here talking about your mother basement. Like, the fuck?
Sister, we're on condos.
Like,
new shoes.
If you don't go buy your own fucking juice instead of complaining, like, I don't even understand. Like, I'm over here in my head trying to figure out
next move.
Point is, like, it could go both ways. You can lose touch with somebody, reconnect, and realize like, okay, we've grown into who I think we need to be.
We're back.
And now we're back. Conversely, you can reconnect with somebody and realize the who that we've grown into no longer aligns.
That's real.
And that's okay too. That's a hard reality.
Yeah, but that's maturity though that we need.
Exactly. We need. And honestly, reconnecting and realizing I don't really like this person anymore. This friendship.
That's respect.
That was so much better than carrying around the weight of this friendship and this.
And also, you don't want to hate them. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't want to hate nobody. Yeah, like
yourself.
Or what about people trying to, after your loss or whatever, expecting you to be the same person?
I'm incapable.
Like, I'm incapable. Like, would you not hear? Like,
right.
You don't remember last week?
Yeah.
You keep trying to talk to me about regular ass shit.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
my identity, I have to shift my identity, not because I want to, because I
Not because I want to.
Really say why
Is
you acting different,
yeah.
or why you being, or why you doing.
I was forced.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but it's like,
Life, bitch.
do you want me to? And again, I feel like vulnerability is so important in this conversation.
Yeah.
You can't harden yourself. I am a pool of goo.
Yeah.
I just lost somebody essential to me, to my identity, how I identify, all the things.
Mhm.
And you want me to be the same person when it's like you can't create an identity that no longer exists.
Yeah.
Because it's gone.
Yeah, or like align yourself with a version of myself that's no longer. And it's not like it's not even existing or it's erased.
It's just new. You're new.
Yeah, like it's like
You're evolving.
I'm evolving. This is not a chapter closer. We're opening in a whole new book.
Mhm.
We're getting a whole new prelude chapter content. Like we're going into a
Perspective.
whole different lane. And like I personally, I lost my uncle at the top of this year, and his birthday was on the 24th.
Mhm.
And
I'm sorry.
there was thank you so much.
Happy
There were
birthday
so
to
many
him.
people. I know. I
So
wanted
that-
to get my dad something. My dad was really quiet on that day. I was like, I'm gonna just let you be quiet
Yeah.
because I know how you rock in your
Yeah.
youth, brother. But I just feel like a lot of people, like my one of my other family members, they called me asking for stuff, and they're like, "Well, I was going to ask you if I could stay over with you, but I guess I can only call you when what you think I only call you when I need something." And I'm like, friend,
Had time.
you're calling me about this thing about staying over because you know my genuine personality is to help the next person next to me. You know I'm warm, you know I'm cool, but I've been cold lately. You're asking about communication on the phone. I just got a call and my uncle died 2 days ago.
Mhm.
I'm not here with you. And it's like I want more people to be honest about. I think death doulaship is very important.
Yeah.
I think people don't. And again, this is an American thing. I love that we're talking about cultural norms that are not normal, common, not normal. We don't respect the process that death is as a community, as a nation, especially westernized. We give people 2 weeks to grieve, 3 weeks, and then within that 3
You don't
weeks,
even get that much bereavement.
Maybe two. Look, if it's a parent, maybe.
Shock them though. Like I'm a troll online and in person. I love it. That's my response. When people say wild ass shit or that they think, I love saying some crazy ass shit back. Like
you gotta keep it unpredictable.
yeah. Quick.
It's just
I mean, that's real. This country
People
doesn't
like,
value.
your mom would've
I mean, this
said
country
this.
doesn't value
No.
life. How can you expect it to value?
They
life?
don't.
Like,
They don't. They don't.
Seriously, like we tell people that you could go to jail for an abortion and then don't provide them with money or access to affordable childcare.
Yeah.
Hello.
We tell people that you need to have that baby or you're going to hell. And then we also tell them, well, we're not going to really offer any free mental health services for things like postpartum.
Yeah.
Things that are very natural
Right.
and that you cannot predict.
Yeah.
Right? Like we live in a society that wants you to have kids. They just don't care if you can take care of them.
Right.
So like,
And if you can't take care of it, you're the bad guy. You're the bad guy if you
They
can't
don't
take care
want
of
you
it.
to necessarily have. They don't want y'all to have kids.
Well, absolutely
No, I
not.
know. I'm saying they don't want black women to have children. They want their people to have children.
They do.
Because y'all, we by nature we have them, but we multiply, right?
They're
So that fight really is not for it. When they was doing this, it's for their culture because they're dying off. So like I said, by 2030, they think the Browns gonna overtake. They don't want y'all to have children. We need them. Y'all stop killing these babies. Y'all need to produce more because we falling off. We're gonna go extinct.
Whole time we still the minority.
Chad's always bringing full circle, baby.
Everybody's gonna be big in the future. Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Looking
look at
at
the
gonna be
entire
individual.
NBA.
Yeah.
Every junior in the NBA
I swear.
is Patrick Mahomes. Every single one of y'all.
NBA
All of you niggas.
And I'm like,
Man.
well, it's not as competitive as it used to be because they're spoon-fed security from the time of day one, day zero. It's not the same energy
Before they
no
even get
more.
here.
Yeah.
Before they even get here. Yeah,
Nasty word.
crazy. Shifting the conversation a little bit, right? We got a little deep, you know what I'm saying?
I love
it usually do. Don't feel bad. This is what we do.
Hear from you.
What you need to hear from me?
Oh no,
Oh no, we about to. I'm sure we about to.
no worries. I got you, sis. We do this. So we're gonna ask a couple questions. We're gonna go around the room with the questions.
I want to talk to you.
I'm gonna choose who I want to answer these questions because typically when we would ask questions, we would ask like each person to kind of give their perspective on that. But I think it would be better if we kind of like point out and let people give their responses, right? So let's start with you, Cook. What's a belief that you quietly dropped but never announced?
That's a great question.
Loyalty. Just straight up loyalty. Cause fuck you. I'm my mama only child. You dig what I'm saying? And there's something I think most people who grown into like big families, you got like real tight knit. I got a tight knit family too. But if it came down to some battle royale type shit, I know exactly who I'm disposable to, who I'm expendable to. A lot of them people that I'm disposable and expendable to, sandbox homies, good homie from work, the person I talked to or felt like I could confide into. You know what I'm saying? Wow. The person who I looked at and I was like, oh, this person showed me love. Oh, this person showed me humility. This person showed me what it's like to be a good friend. This person showed me what it's like to be a good person and like walking outside. Because I could really just say fuck all y'all culturally and just rob you, just smack the shit out of you, not give a shit about no jail time. Not give a shit about if the feds pull up. Not give a shit about if you got a daddy or a mama. Fuck your daddy. Fuck your mama. Fuck your brother. Fuck your uncle. Anybody who protected you. If I wanted to really do that, that's a loyal thought. That's a thought to say, hey, don't think like that. Don't be like that. But to draw a line. That's what I did this year. I drew a line.
Okay. I respect that. All right. Gigi. When do you feel most like yourself? When do you feel least like yourself?
I feel most like myself when I'm by myself because I feel like nobody's there to judge me or put anything on me. And I feel least like myself when I'm around people, usually people that I don't know, because it's like I don't know if I'm safe here or not. I don't know anything. I'm going in blind. So I don't feel like myself. Like I need to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like I can exist, but I'd rather feel comfortable when I'm around other people. So
gotcha. Okay.
I like that. I agree.
Cheryl, what do you pretend not to care about but secretly do?
Oh.
What people think about me.
That's real.
That's
so real.
But the reason I gotta elaborate because people mistake that. Like everybody thinks. The problem is I'm very, very critical of others. So it's like it kind of circles back. You know what I mean? So it's like, yes, I care what other people think, but it's only because I would think X, Y, and Z if you did it type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not biased. I'm gonna feel the same way about me. I start crying too long. I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, it just is what it is. Like, my brain won't cut it sometimes. Gotcha. Like, you know, but I'm getting better at it. Like, I got sometimes take the moment and breathe, you know, baby steps. Absolutely. But that's why that's something, of course I don't care, but like, I do care because, you know.
You human.
That was honest.
Yeah, that's very honest.
I'm not gonna lie, I care what people think. These clothes. But like, if you don't get it, then I just assume you can't dress. So
no, I can't dress. I had a whole mental breakdown before leaving. What? I was like, I can't find it nowhere.
I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to go get pizza like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, "Damn, I wasted that." Wear that again.
Hello.
You know what I mean? Like, it was I went to get some pizza and was like, "Damn, that was all right, little nothing else fit. I'm gonna try that again." Ain't nobody get to see it at Domino's.
I love that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's true. Nobody.
That's funny.
Now you got to do that. You got to do that.
But nobody got to see it, and I was so disappointed. And I was like,
we see it
out again. Thank you.
I like the jacket.
I really,
the red,
I'm an advocate for wearing the same thing.
Thank you.
Oh, me too. That's why the wash and dryer are my buddies.
People forget about
it. Really appreciate it. All right, Amber, got one for you. What's a version of yourself you're glad no one meets anymore?
Ooh.
Oh my God,
these are really good questions.
I really thought about it this week, Chaz.
Yeah, good job. Ain't mad at you.
Myself that I'm glad no one meets anymore. I'm gonna say 2024, Amber. 2024, like, or nah, 2023. I feel like 2024 is like junior, Amber Junior, but 2023, I want to say. I think in 2023, I was test driving other people's perceptions of who I am instead of going with myself. So I started living in the city in 2023. And I will say this, and I know we're not DMVers technically, but we still come from a black, we still come from the region. I think I was living with folks who are I was living with non-DMV or black people, and they climb different. Like, they come to the city to climb. I came back from the West Coast, like, I just want to be at home. I just want to, be 30 minutes from my folks. Not home, but,
Talking that real tonight.
Yeah.
Just embraced.
And I feel like I was in their throes of, like, them finding themselves, because they were moving from, like, top of the East Coast, a little bit of the South too. I really didn't like how I kind of drowned myself in a perception of what other people had for me. And I was also working at Howard too. So I was trying to get in with the elite black people too.
Yeah, y'all some elitist black niggas. Y'all some elitist niggas. We're going to say it. We're going to say it out loud.
So, like,
you niggas are
to the functions, and I'm like, I don't want bottle service. Damn. I kind of want to do hookah. I don't want, I'm not here for no nigga. And like, that was always my riff with fellow black women, is that they were going out to, you can see it on TikTok now. If you go to da-da-da-da-da, don't go, because if you're looking for a man, you should go to da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Creator ABC goes to function, and their review of the function was, it was no niggas there. That's not the point of the function. So just like trying to incorporate, and then also people who knew who I was before I was in 2023 was using that against me too. Like, I was at Howard and watching people move chess pieces to get to not allow me in while I'm making a
they see your potential before you do.
Yeah, it was like that too. So I'm like, believing their shaved perceptions of who I am and trying to jump into those like very small quarters.
That's real. I like
that's
that.
very real.
Yeah.
And shout out to you now.
Yeah.
2025.
We proud of you, sis.
Yeah.
We are proud of you. All right, Christian. We're gonna do one more round in this, and then we're gonna get into Chaz's segment. What advice do you wish you ignored?
It's a good question. I didn't get a lot of advice, so I'm trying to be selective. Like, I want to, be real about it. What's the advice I wish I'd ignored?
Let's say it this way.
No. I want to answer it that way.
Okay.
Read the room. I'm tired. Reading the room is like respecting. I gotta respect your hierarchy, like who you think you are. Like, remember when you said people come in and they do a whole lot in this one spot, but in the vast majority of things, you know what I'm saying? So I'm the nigga who will walk up to Mike Tyson, and if Mike say, sit down, I said, who the fuck you talking to? Like, I'm gonna be real with you. I respect you, but when you was like, won't talk, I started to be like, who the fuck you talking to? Because my natural, but I got manners. My manners are for y'all. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm sorry to tell y'all, or for anybody who ain't never been in that real, genuine, authentic, I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. I care. I like to be kind. I like to be kind. I'm not nice. I'm not sweet. I'm nice. Right. I'm kind. I'm not sweet.
I'm not nice either.
So you do music for like therapy.
I am nice. I'm sorry. I had to change it. I am nice. I'm kind. I'm not sweet. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sweet. This ain't diabetic. This is just this is more organic. I would rather you understand and have an appreciation. Human to human, energy to energy, mind to mind. My mind's not yours. I don't want your mind. You don't want mine. I love you for that. You feel what I'm saying? But to walk in the room, it had to like read the room. You know what I'm saying? Fuck your room. If I got invited to this room, like you got invited to this room, and me and you ain't nothing alike, boy, sit your bitch ass down and talk on this mic. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you get mad because nobody ever told you, sit your bitch ass down and talk on this mic. That's your culture that you just got shocked by. Your culture never told you. It's people outside who don't give a fuck about what we teach you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So and just because they don't care, that don't mean you get out of body. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that don't mean you get out of culture. My culture truly is, I gotta stand for me. Ain't no brother. My sister is on my daddy's side. I wasn't raised with them. You dig what I'm saying? And I got a whole bunch of snake experiences, but that's my experience. So when I walk, like, boy, don't tell me who the fuck are you. You need to have it in your head that there's people who don't know who the fuck you are, and that the ego is to read a room. And I'm getting told that as a nigga who could get escorted out the room. I blow this fucking room up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I blow this fuck because I felt like it. You know what I'm saying? With I'm just saying, with the lighter and the water bottle. Like, I'm so serious. So it's not like, but people be like, yeah, you know, because if you Lil Rob, take the little Diddy John, right? If you Lil Rob, right? If you the little funny
producer,
yeah, but you important. You're important in the motherfucker. But the big dog, Diddy, whose room it is, he's not telling everybody, hey, this the important nigga who helped with the Love album. You feel what I'm saying? He one of the big reasons why we was Grammy nominated. He one of the big reasons why I had this verse, or he one of the big reasons why this change was made, or this sample got cleared, or this, you know what I'm saying? Real loud. But he the Lord nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you hear his name, and that's in a big space. It's like, he probably ass dude. Who the fuck? Ain't nobody going to put the respect on it. Read the room, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're important, but read the room, right? Make yourself small for this big nigga.
Yeah, I think that there's some truth in what you said that I had never.
Make yourself small. I got that part.
That's what I was wondering. Is it like therapy?
Pounds. Make myself small.
I see, like,
the fuck out of here.
I had never considered what he's saying before, and I think it's an interesting take, is what I'm saying. Yeah. Not that I like 100% agree one way or another, no. But I think that that's a fascinating take, that read the room can feel in some situations like make yourself small.
Yeah, if you've never heard it before and got it.
If I'm the brokest nigga in the room, no, I did. If I'm the brokest nigga in the room, if I'm the brokest nigga in the room and the richest nigga in the room, his question is, how does broke nigga get here? Get this bitch ass nigga the fuck out of here. Is he looking at the rest of y'all in this room like pawns? Like, y'all feed his riches. Y'all feed his culture of I'm the big dog in the room. I don't like the word alpha. I don't like the word beta. I don't like big dog, top dog, what is that? Because the shit keeps rotating, bro. The tables, the tables turn because the table's spinning, nigga. Get the fuck up. If you are who you are, when you get up from the table while the table is spinning, you're gonna be that regardless. That's real. Whether your plate is tragedy or victory. You dig what I'm saying? So to read a room, fuck out of here, man.
Okay.
If I got invited to the room, remember who the fuck was supposed to be in this room. I step in the room and say, what's up to all of y'all? You feel what I'm saying? It's love for all of y'all. I don't give a fuck what y'all did. Could have just said the world before you got in here. But I don't know that. And you don't know what the fuck I done did.
That's true.
So if you look at me and say, damn, because you went all CSG and your own shit, you know what I'm saying? And somebody got Mitchell and Ness fitted and somebody else got, I don't know no designers because I don't wear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, real that I don't give a fuck about spending money on shit I don't care about. So it's like,
that's real.
You know what I'm saying? So, but the person who do, I'm not gonna look at them and be like, you a hype beast. You know what I'm saying? Like, brother, I'm gonna say, damn, you worked hard. You did what you had to do in order to get the threads you got. And also,
I would be a person to combat all of that. These are Shein.
All right.
It was $5. All right.
I think that's fly.
My mama gave me these socks.
My mama.
I think that's fly.
So
that person up.
She has a good question.
Do you do music for therapy, or like is it a personal thing? Like, so you could listen to your songs. Like, what's your reason for doing music?
Damn, I didn't even get into rap. To be honest with you, I do music because. If I'm all right, I got a couple reasons. I'm trying to make it short. When I was a few months old, what's my man name? Rob Bass, It Takes Two. I was my mom had, you know, the little Fisher Price, the little DJ jumps, the little toys. So jackets like this, so like, you know what I'm saying, the little nylon or pop or whatever, you scratch a nail on it and make the little.
Oh yeah.
So I was a youngin'. My mom she's looking back, and I used to be scratching on beat, and I was
you was tapping a pencil too.
Before I was real like, I was so by the time I could read it 1.5, 2. So commercials, you know, the words fly across. Yeah, I like that. So by the time I was 6, and I heard and understood, I used to roll up. This is a hold up. Ain't nothing funny. Stop, smile. I was like, I like that delivery. I like that. You know what I'm saying? By the time I'm 7, I'm outside freestyling, and it was like a man of, I don't have people. I don't have no gang. I don't got no clique. I'm from PG County. You know what I'm saying? Like, real live. I don't even claim no block or street. I'm lying. I do claim street, Good Luck Road, but still, it's like.
No, I feel you. I'm like 10 different. I'm from PG County.
If you went to Good Luck Road and they say, hey, what's cooked good for y'all? They would know the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But like,
well, what's your goals with music, then?
Just to do it.
For yourself.
I like not even just for myself. I think the for myself part is to show everybody else who had the glory story, that a nigga who ain't got none of that just got here.
So you do want others to listen to your music.
Yeah, and whole yes.
So
that can get broken down for you.
Yeah.
Whole yes.
So
I want who like my music to listen to it. For those who study the music or who like hip hop to listen to it. But I don't want anybody to like it if what I am or who I am doesn't fit your frequency.
No, I feel that you want to hold on to your personality, but you do have to we don't got enough time for this. But like you should have a more in-depth conversation with somebody about what people really mean, like genuine people, like mean people that don't have malicious intent, what they mean when they say read the room. To your argument, there are some people that have malicious intent. So they take certain phrases and use it in a way that don't have nothing to do with what the phrase really means. So there may have been sometimes, I'm not saying that you know what I'm saying? Like that's a legitimate feeling.
I understand.
There's some people that might have said it in that way. Some people might have gave that energy when they said it. But really, it's just like right now. Like, you know, I had to gauge how far I could go when it comes to the controversial stuff. You know, like it's just, it's not making me feel small or nothing.
No, I understand.
I ain't even put my shit in gear yet. I'm chilling right now.
It really whole time on some gangster shit means sit back and peep the scene.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I move anyway.
I get that, but you know what? When they say that, they say peep the scene. They don't say read the room.
I mean, but
it is the white version.
That's another way.
It is the white version.
But it's
Because
true.
you don't know, you ain't been around enough white people talking to you.
I've been around a lot of people.
Oh, well, I don't know why you got mis.
But I mean, but the truth though,
no matter the color.
in truth, like what you say, it do make sense though. Because you know, in the beginning was the word. You can only either hear the word or read it. So when I walk in the room, you walk in the room, I carry my own atmosphere. Right. So when I go into a room, no matter where, like you said, the table gonna spin regardless. But I carry my own atmosphere to where I'm on my post, meaning I'm just scoping the scene. Who can I trust? Who is this? Who's off? Who's straight? I'm always watching my peripheral.
Absolutely.
That's just me reading the room. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting engaged. Yeah.
You in the room with Diddy, I bet you read it.
I don't want to be in the room with Diddy.
I'm not negating that. I'm not saying I will forget that. I'm sorry. I'm not saying I will forget that. I'm not saying that that's the part. I'm saying that, like I was saying earlier, there's a good and bad to everything that we done talked about. You know what I'm saying? So anything that we spoke on where we felt like it was like, oh yeah, this is the way, right? Or this is a good way. There's a whole culture that supports the other side. Just because you don't tap into that doesn't mean. Well, my man Ed wants to say the absence of evidence is not the evidence of evidence. You know what I'm saying? And that's a very, very, very true and overlooked and picked out when specifically when it works for your argument type, you know what I'm saying? So like that's what I mean. So I'm right with you. I sit right in this corner and recognize for me who is who. I don't know who you is to everybody else, but how it relates to me, you know what I'm saying? That's why. And it's just
But I agree though. I agree.
You know?
As somebody who has moved around in Black elite spaces, Read the Room does have like that dual identity to it.
Yeah.
Read the Room, this is the big dog, and you see how everybody not making eye contact with him. Okay, cool.
Do that. Follow that. Yeah, for sure.
And also, if you get out of pocket in a space, a nigga will tap you.
Oh, that's happening.
So that's why I hear what he's saying. I mean,
if they telling you to, you might be this.
Honestly, that might be trapping,
right?
Like there's a multiplicity, like
and there are ways to say it. There are ways to say it too.
And I literally try to like wing it. So like, because I don't want to create or like impulsively concrete what you giving me right now and say that that's who you are.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I like to leave some doors over for you to go. If you say some Bama ass shit, but you might not be a Bama for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You might got your own. I might not agree with these things, but I'm not really trying to look at you hopefully like disregard or
Good.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's some important.
And that's maturity.
Yeah, and also the reality of it is that you again experience creates natural bias.
Yeah.
So just because you interpreted something in a certain type of way, that's not necessarily how they intended it or what they were trying to say, or maybe there's a larger angle that they're working that is positive that doesn't have anything to do with this moment directly.
Right.
So that's why, you know what I mean? Like that's why it's always important to give people grace. You know what I'm saying? Because you just don't know. Gigi,
what it do?
What's your most irrational fear?
My most
irrational fear.
irrational fear. I don't.
Mine is public bathrooms.
I mean, I think. Okay. I'm gonna say it. No, because I had something in mind, and it's like, wow, nobody's ever asked me that. Getting my hair done and dying. I have a fear of
two different things.
No, like if I get my hair done, like say right? No,
like you laying back in the-
like I'm like if I go and get my hair done, right? It's about to be an event. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting all dolled up, and then something happened and I die. Like that's a fear.
I get what you're saying.
I'm gonna be mad as shit because like I wasted my money. I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid of that. Like that's like listen. That's like if you getting ready. Okay, Mia, you go on trips, right? You getting dolled up, ready for your trips. You spend all this money on this trip, and then you just get locked up.
Well, that's different. But dying, your family's gonna be happy as shit. That's like money for them. That's all I'm saying.
But depending on how I die, maybe my head got fucked up.
That's all right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's it.
for nothing.
You not
For nothing. Nails done, hair done, outfits, and then I'm just done. I'm gone.
Wow.
I'm scared of that. I don't want nothing. Like I'm just saying. You know, so I didn't know I could say that.
Yeah, no.
But thank you. I've never been. That's irrational. That's irrational. I've always been like, Lord, I hope don't nothing happen when I.
It's funny, but
I have really dark humor, so
That's weird.
definitely not.
We're gonna get to the next one. Cheryl, when was the last time you outgrew someone?
Oh, we just went through that.
No.
I grew everybody. Like I think I have like 5 regular. It's hard because a lot of people consider themselves your friend, but you might not consider. And I don't mean no disrespect. A lot of people like me. I'm personable. You know what I mean? And then a lot of times God talks through me. So a lot of times conversations happen that I might not have wanted to happen or, wasn't really planning for.
But they needed it to
just
happen.
happens. Yeah. And I don't be knowing what the fuck to say. So I cannot take responsibility for anything. If I've ever given you good advice, that's not me. That was God. Because I don't fucking know what to do. So it's like 2023 kicked it off. March 13th, 2023 at 5:18. That's when it started going. Everybody dropped. Because like you said, motherfuckers like, what's wrong with you? Well, I ain't saying you.
The person you
my
know is
mom's
gone.
dead.
Thank you. What you said
everything.
right now.
That's what I'm telling you. I be having them answers. I love when they say some shit that my mother would have said because I'm like, damn, we ain't gonna know, are we? Like, I love saying some crazy ass shit. No, because that's what I'm saying. My stream,
That's perfect.
you gotta be ready. It's gonna be a lot of dark humor. Side note, it was a nigga from another country trying to get me to guess where he's from. This is not, PG County did not do me good. I don't even know that many countries. I had to be like, bro, you gotta, I'm a bad example. Yeah, like I'm not a good example of Americans.
I was. When she was like this, in my head,
I had to get one off. Nah, but I respect that.
That's
Yeah.
Amber, what's something most people think is wrong that you don't?
Something that most people think is wrong, but I don't. Damn, I'm a real diplomatic girly. I gotta think about this.
As you should, Queen.
All right, controversial. I got in trouble for this in high school. I'm finna get in trouble for it again.
Do it.
I hope you want to say what I think.
Do it. Go ahead.
My girls, we gotta stop putting our hands on me.
That's facts.
My sisters.
That's facts.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm glad we're all in agreement with that on this panel. Like we all in agreement. Nah, but everybody don't feel that way.
No, when you're older, it's domestic violence.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think for me,
Yes.
leave it 2025, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Please.
So the whole idea of there's a few scenarios here. I'm gonna try to be short about it. There's a few scenarios here. Okay. Woman, and I'm talking about women who abuse men.
Right.
Like I'm not talking about like
And each other.
yes, in
Real
each
shit,
other.
real
Like
shit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about people who genuinely women who are abusers, because there are women who are predators. There are women who are abusers. There are, you know what I'm saying? For all the titles that we give people. But I will say this. All right, sister, you tear his ass up. Okay? Here is the post. Now we have so many different scenarios, but I'm going to say the most popular. You call your folks, you call your brothers and your cousins and your uncles, and now your man's
Got to show you he don't give a fuck.
and he done laid some of your folks down because you didn't.
You done put so many people in a position. Like, yeah, I try really hard not to ever.
Growing up in a house full of men, I wanted to be clear about standing my ground when it came to other men, but not involving my brothers in those scenarios unless
absolutely necessary.
Absolutely.
Like,
Right?
Those instances show you too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it makes it a mad parent.
And I think the men in my life respect me for doing that as well. So I think that comes with it too.
In no harmful situation.
Right.
For sure.
And I think another scenario is women who abuses man, breaks up with man. Now man takes that to every other woman. It's like a domino effect. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a sense of like how you were mentioning codependency earlier. You kind of take that trait with you everywhere you go type of vibe.
What about if she get mad and smack the shit out of a nigga? Now what? Like, what's the aftermath? If you do something, then what? Like, what if he push her a little bit? Like, what we?
That's what I'm saying.
Self-defense.
Self-defense. I personally
Smusher.
believe I'm tired of seeing people put them hands on each other or on each other. Generally,
We should touch each other.
Yeah, facts.
Period. Yeah,
I think
period.
Unless it's consensual and it's sexual. Unless we're being freaky. Let's not.
You should not be hitting a man because you think he can't hit you back. That's a terrible, stupid, dumbass idea, and you bitches need to stop.
And
Don't look at this shit. Like, honestly, leave that in 2025.
Why would you hit a nigga and not communicate? Why would you hit a nigga?
Why would you put your hands on another human being at all?
But if
You don't know what's going to happen.
But then it's on the edge. You
Like, we
go
out
in
here doing
to have
shit like that, but you want to be somebody's wife.
And I also will say this as well. I know I'm talking about women to men dynamics. This also harms same-sex relationships because people don't take women beating each other.
That's why I said.
Yes.
One man is femme and another one is, they don't take that serious either.
Yeah.
So it's a roll out effect that comes with the idea that women are not as strong as each other, or women are not as oh, she just hit you one good time. You done busted every damn blood.
But back to the same sex abuse thing. I think you're onto something for real. Not just women though. I'm pretty sure, like, we should Google it. I'm pretty sure same-sex relationships have to have the highest
Abuse rate,
amount
you
of
think?
abuse.
Nah,
And they get killed and all type of stuff. Like, I don't know
punishment that
multiple
comes with
relationships.
it.
And to be honest with you, if I was to talk to another girl, I wish the fuck you would. Like, it's gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? You talk to me a certain way, we both in a period at the same time. Like, choke the shit out of you.
There's some truth.
You gotta be careful. What y'all fucking do? Y'all fucking
I'm not gonna lie, it's terrible. I feel like
you ain't cleaning the dishes. I'm not cleaning the dishes. Somebody about to get hit with one of them.
Oh my God.
you can just get into an argument that with your man, you will automatically de-escalate with your man.
It's like, you respecting me and you
It's
bitch.
funny.
What you say? Yeah, no problem. You're not. That's what I'm saying. That's that gender role. That's that gender role. I bet you let your man check you, but if a girl try to check you, you might backhand her.
No, I do let a nigga check me. I actually like it.
I gotta have that type of check.
I like
I'll be silent.
Shout
But
out
yeah.
to 2026.
Man, yo.
Looking like a good year for me. Anyway, Chaz, let's get into flip the script.
Oh man, we talked about a lot, so I got a few questions. But yeah, this is flip the script. No, this was good. I mean, y'all kind of know the answers, I think, but this was deep. This was deep.
That's what she said.
Man, that's what she said.
Yo.
Oh man. All right. We talked about grief. All right, here we go. Would you rather honor your grief as long as it needs to be honored, or push yourself to grow even when your heart hasn't caught up yet?
I would like to say push myself to grow, because people make grief seem like it is the end when it's really a new beginning. So I would say push myself to grow. And I know that all because I'm moving on or moving forward with my life doesn't mean I'm not grieving you. Doesn't mean I'm not considering. Doesn't mean I don't think about you every day.
And I would say I would sit in my, like, let it, I would just grieve. I would allow myself to grieve, because I feel like when people pass away, people will say at funerals, oh yeah, to the family, let me know if you need anything. Well, you bitch, I'm grieving. Why the fuck do I have to reach out to you? I'm grieving. Oh, I'm here if you need me. I need you. Why the fuck do I have to, continuously? So yeah, I think I'm allowed to grieve however long, but when you said the giving yourself a time frame, like I don't want to sit in it so deeply. And that's why I feel like community is important, because that's when y'all come in and you like, hey, I'm here for you. Let's go out, or we come and sit in silence. So I think it's important to be able to do both and do what works for you.
I think both is my answer too. Now that
we can't do that. No. I'm with y'all though, but pick one and just elaborate. But I'm with you.
Stick with me, but I feel you real bad.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you.
Oh, you want everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, first, I think that's very, you made a lot of progress, and that's a real, not even mature, I don't even know what the fuck to call it, but that answer, with that happening so soon and it still being so early, is the fact that you're that's what's up. Thank you. That's what's up, and I look up to that. Yeah, I get what you're saying too. I'm not trying to pick either one of them. The third one, I'm gonna shove that shit down as far.
So she gonna choose.
And then occasionally pop up. I know how grief works, but I'm gonna keep shoving it down.
Yeah.
And but community, everything y'all saying is right. It's just
doing what works for you. That's important.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's already I'm lost in it. I can admit that. I'm definitely where y'all say y'all don't want to be at.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But one day I'll.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Nah, I gotta think of a way to phrase it, because I hate when people be like, "It'll get better with time."
It doesn't.
Or one day you'll get better.
I wish niggas would stop saying that.
Yeah, I don't think there is a better. There's no better. I think it's just how it is now. That's an experience that I've gone through, and that's gonna be who I like. That's gonna be a big impact on the rest of on the rest of me.
It will be. But that's why you have the community.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yes.
The chat. At first I was like, what community? Sorry, guys.
Natural community.
Forgot about you. Forgot about you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's you.
Yeah, I'm pushing, bro.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna go ahead and push through, because there's, as far as the system go, there's got to be somebody who can allow the people who need their time to grieve. There's got to be somebody who's putting in the work to make sure that things stay structurally all right for you to have that space to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For everybody fucked up, ain't no roof. For everybody fucked up, ain't no walls. For everybody fucked up, ain't no space to be able to go to. Closet, corner. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that. So I'd rather push through it and, keep doing whatever I got to do in order to contribute. You know what I'm saying? So the safety, the security, everything, the system, but the comfort. I'd rather do that. And whenever the grieving happens, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Tap on the SoundCloud, man, if that's the case. I might drop a record, but it's not gonna be something that you ain't gonna be able to see. If it's not gonna be, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be that. It's not gonna be that. I don't want that. I've lost two.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? When I thought I lost my first heaviest loss, and I was like, damn, dog, how the fuck? And it was the next day. You know what I'm saying? The next day, 2 days, I'm just back at the court. It's like, that's you coping. Bro, stop telling me what the fuck I'm doing. Mm-hmm. I'm all right. Don't worry about it. Just because you might know that I went through a loss, so I'm going through something. Don't look at my behavior right now and just try to attribute that shit to something, because now you don't even know. Just shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Let me be me. Let me smile. Let me laugh. Let me cry in the corner. Let me smoke my J. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then and let me write my rhymes. Let me write a book. Let me write a post. Let me make a video. Let me be productive, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's productivity ain't sulking under your bed with some warm ice cream. Mm-hmm. Just like everybody's pushing through ain't get your ass up, go to work or work for master. You know what I'm saying?
Productivity. I think it's an article like this, but productivity or work is the number one therapy, actually.
Believe me, I'm shocked.
All right, because your mind, our mind, productivity is the activity of life. So our mind has to be productive, and that actually, gives one therapy
That's why
if you're
being
productive.
bored is bad.
For sure.
Yeah.
No,
why being
that's
bored is
that
bad.
statement keeps me alive.
No, fact.
I didn't say the house on that
I don't mind the devil
That's
playpen.
definitely
Yes,
right.
it
Yeah.
definitely is.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
For sure.
That's a
All right, that's a bit okay. All right, as we head to 2026, right? Y'all doing great things. No, seriously, whether you know it or not, y'all doing great things right now in y'all lives, and keep pushing, keep doing that. All right. So as where it stands, would you rather be remembered as someone who's reliable or remembered as being bold?
I want to be
Mm.
remembered as being bold for myself. I've always been known as reliable, and that hasn't gotten me anywhere. But being bold, that's a statement. You can't
Absolutely.
take that away from me. So I would
love
rather
it.
be remembered for being bold.
That's fine.
Nah, 'cause I can't pick both, right?
Yeah, pick 6 or 7.
That's my answer. No. Damn, I don't know, both, but I really, honest to God, think it's both. Like, I'm reliable as fuck, too much, and I'm bold. You already seen, so it's like I don't know if I'm gonna have control over that one. I want to be remembered as being loyal.
Loyal, not the gas tag.
Reliable.
Boldly loyal.
She say reliable. That's loyal.
Well, no, I think reliable just mean like I know I can ask you for some shit and you gonna do it.
Or you gonna come through.
I mean, because your community, you're a streamer, right?
They
So-
relying on you to stream every day.
I ain't gonna hold you. I just had a 12-day Christmas stream. I think I only did 8 days. Like, life was fucking me up, and I didn't make it to a lot of days. But
Hey, that's more than
You
50.
still
I want
reliable.
to be reliable, yeah.
Mhm.
So I guess I picked that one over. Because I don't want to be remembered for being bold, but it's going to happen.
Mhm.
So yeah, reliable will be the answer.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna
That's
say
real.
bold. I have a very bold personality. I feel like that's just a natural way that people will remember me. I am reliable, but I just feel like being bold is amberific. If I can say.
Or do you
so
mean
myself.
outspoken or like
Oh, you good?
strong in your
You good.
opinion? No,
I mean, you good. You good. Great answer. Great answer.
Like, I feel like I'm bold in action, bold in speech, bold in goals. I have some bold ass goals, and because I crossed off those very bold, like, statement based goals, I feel like a lot of people know me for, like, even when I came home for college and when I came back for the West Coast, people are like, bitch, you do something, you say you're gonna do something, you do it. I'm like, yeah.
Reliable.
Do you feel like it give you more confidence to do the next thing?
Yes, but sometimes the person that made goal 1 through 5 happen is not the person who has to make 6 through 10. So it's like, I can't really, I can't really clap my hands for you, sister, because this is not the version that has to go to the next thing. So
Amen to that.
Awareness.
All right.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
All right, my man.
Reliable. I'd rather be reliable, known for being reliable.
Oh, can we run it back? Can we run it back? That's fuck loyalty, right?
It is fuck loyalty.
okay. You don't have. They're not exclusive.
No, I'm just confused.
Continue.
Why aren't they though? Like, why isn't loyalty and reliability not exclusive?
Because you're reliable doesn't mean you're loyal, and all because you're loyal.
She's
doesn't
trying to
mean
help
you're
you.
No, that's what that why I'm with you on that. That's
Yeah.
what that's what
Well,
I'm saying.
I mean, you can
They
listen.
don't have to be.
Now I want to be reliable.
I'm supposed to have it, but yeah, I get you.
I want to be known as reliable because all my life I've been bold enough to say I can't do it, and niggas just gotta deal with it. So I don't think that people looked at that honesty as reliability. I don't think that they looked at that habitual honesty. Like, I don't think that that's a culture to them. I think that they got told no, and that made me unreliable. They came to me with something, I ain't got it. So since I ain't got it, it's not like that thing failed, but they know they couldn't come to me for that. You know what I'm saying? So I think it feels good a little bit, a lot of it for me to be able to say, hey, when they came to me, I had it. You know what I'm saying? Like when they came to me, and not just my kids too, because when my kid, that's different. I'm just saying like in the community, like in the world. You dig what I'm saying? So like I'd rather be reliable. I think everybody want to be bold. And I think everybody's boldness gonna come with mad unreliability. There's got to be somebody clean the mess.
You loyal though. I'm just hearing you. You are loyal, bro. Because I'm hearing your message, for real. But last one, man. We got one more.
Okay.
All right. And this one, again, as we move 2026, whatever y'all picking for real, I really do think this is what y'all gonna face moving forward. So would you rather enter 2026 with clarity but uncertainty, or confidence in a plan that might not work?
Let's switch orders.
There you go.
Wait.
Clarity.
One more time.
Yeah, about
Would,
to say
would you rather enter 2026 with clarity but uncertainty, or confidence in the plan that might not work?
A.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm going with A.
No, I'm confident in a plan that might not work. That's literally how I live my everyday life.
I've been a DMV MC since for all my life, and that's every year I go into it like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Don't even know how I'm gonna do it, but it's like, yeah, that's confidence in no plan. I'd rather some clarity.
So
You know what I'm
I
saying?
like clarity because it sounds like I'm grounded. It sounds like I've cleared the smoke and I know exactly what I'm looking at.
It's preparing you for that uncertainty, honestly.
And I may not have the results or the plan, but the uncertainty is kind of like the horizon, the sun on the horizon. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think so.
I feel you.
Yeah, certain.
what was the second one again?
Clear.
Didn't you
Confidence,
do the second one?
Confidence, confidence in the plan that might
That
not
might
work.
not work.
Oh yeah, that's what's happening.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
streaming is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Confidence, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like 5 people right now.
I like it.
Mia,
Honest.
I was about to ask you too.
Me what?
that
What's
question
the
right there.
question? What's your answer?
What were the options again?
Clarity.
Would you rather enter 2026 with clarity but uncertainty, or confidence in the plan that might not work?
Clarity.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know the God that I serve.
Mm-hmm.
I know His plans for me are beyond anything I could ask or think.
Mm-hmm.
And so possibilities don't really concern me. I have always done things I never thought that I could.
Mhm.
Been places I never thought I would see. Some of those places twice. And so I'm not really worried about anything except like vision.
Yeah.
And so for me, which is kind of like what the live show is about. Make sure y'all come out Sunday, January 25th. Way to plug that. But I think like the live event for me, like we have no idea what's gonna come of it. We have no idea what God has for us at the end of that road. But I know exactly how I'm getting there.
Mm-hmm.
And I know exactly every step that I needed to take in order to make it successful. I knew what I needed to do to take some of the burden off of myself. I often shoulder the burden, the things I did my whole life. I'm used to doing that. And I wanted some help this time. Right. And I think like that's a phase I'm moving into, is asking for help.
Yeah.
And so this time around, it was like, man, this is going to be way too expensive to try to do it in a way that I think we would like to have it done. We're going to need some help. And so we went and got some help. So I'm less concerned about how things end up and just more concerned that we have clarity moving towards the purpose.
But you have confidence.
Yeah, I always feel that though.
And you know that it might not, or you don't care.
Yeah, like I'm not concerned about the ending. God got something amazing for me.
The
He
only
always
thing-
has.
The question I had about the first one, and y'all was picking the first answer, because how can you have clarity without faith? And then like,
I don't
well,
think
how can
you
you have
can.
faith and uncertainty?
Because you understand that what you're looking at doesn't mean that's the result of what it is now.
It could, so I'm with it's both. There's no wrong answer, because I would
We
pick.
never have the
I
faith
would
that we're
pick.
supposed to have.
I would
yeah.
pick the plan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because our God gave me clarity in 2025. So I'm already seeing my purpose as I walk in it.
Right.
And so we have plans moving in. I don't know if it's gonna work for sure, but I have faith.
I don't think you guys really have uncertainty.
Faith.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, because like you said, you don't never know what's behind it. But
Yeah, worry maybe,
You
but you
never know.
yeah,
No, I don't worry. I just don't know.
So you don't know what to do though?
No, I didn't say. I
But
don't know
that's
what
not
to do.
uncertainty.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But
I don't
I'm
necessarily
clear.
feel like that,
I have
yeah.
clarity on. I'm
What-
still going to
what
walk
she's
through that
supposed
door.
to
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still going to show up as myself. I don't know what's going to happen when I get there.
Because I have
And
the
that's
vision.
right.
Yeah.
And I have faith that it's going to work out,
Yeah.
even if it's right. But
That's why it feels like confidence to me.
I'm
And you
with
just
on
don't
that
know
too,
the
though.
outcome.
I feel like
Yeah.
it can be both.
Yeah.
Even if myself, but if it's a choice, I'm choosing clarity
True.
every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also feel like clarity feels good in here. I feel
Yeah,
like confidence
and
can
inside.
be a little bit
It's
of
like a
an
boost.
air.
It could be an anything.
It
I
can
don't
also
want
come
that.
from, I don't know where my confidence could come from, but I know for me, clarity usually means I'm very grounded.
Yeah.
And I understand
Spiritually.
that.
Clarity for me means I'm moving in my purpose.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
For me, the second one, or why I chose that one, is more like I don't like. I get what you're saying, how it could be the confidence, but for me, it's more like I'm accepting the fact that I don't know the outcome. You know what I'm saying, and what it could be, and I'm okay with that. But I'm still confident that I can do a good job at what I'm doing. I'm gonna get to, because my point wasn't money, it wasn't viewers, it wasn't things like that. It's to get my shit off. So it's like I have confidence in it, but I have no idea what it's gonna do or whatever. And then the faith thing I brought up, because I struggle with that a lot. It's always growing up in the church, you're gonna struggle with that a lot, because you're supposed to have faith, right? You're supposed to have all the faith in the world,
or as a mustard seed.
Yeah, so it's like it counts as a little bit, but that does mean it's like that's the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like doubting, worry, fear is the opposite of faith. Like I'm not saying it can't be done. You can't have both, but you do have to acknowledge like that we're not feeding our faith if we start getting too worried or start doubting ourselves too much.
Like faith of a mustard seed would be like if you drop that mustard seed in the ocean, and then you got to disregard the ocean.
But hey, I mean, if you in that moment though, and you feeling like, damn, you know what I'm saying? How you get to those moments?
Yeah.
That's what they mean. That faith is because that one thought that like I can do it low key. So it's like, and then that just helps boost it a little bit. Cause man, you could be down there.
That's why I said the clarity part, and I was like, yeah, as a DMV artist, like I'm a rapper, period. Fuck a DMV. I'm an MC. As an MC, is like you want to do something, and not just an MC who just like, oh, you want to be competitive, but like you passionate about it. So it's just like you want to do something with the gift.
For sure.
So it's like the clarity is for me, it's like, all right, what could I actually do with this gift? And if I knew that, you know what I'm saying? Then
that's only can you actually clarify life?
You know what I'm saying? I don't. That's
You get as you grow.
Oh, your thoughts.
No, as you grow, usually when you hit around 40 age, you start discovering your purpose more and more. Some figure it out early. Don't get me wrong, but you start seeing your purpose more and more if you tune in. And then with that, that's why I said for me, the past couple of years, God been giving me clarity. I'm kind of knowing my purpose now. I'm getting better at knowing what my purpose, my walk is. So now I got plans with that purpose that I know about. I'm setting forth. Let's walk into it now for sure.
And mine is different. My clarity just is coming this year. So I'm walking into 2026 with that clarity. Not knowing what's going to happen, but I have the clarity to prepare me.
That's motivation. Like, and I can admit that, like, I don't have that level of clarity yet because I'm not there yet. I haven't matured enough yet. My clarity is realizing you can't change shit that you can't change.
Sometimes your confidence
so it's like that's where I'm at right now. It's just the knowing that it's a lot of shit that's out of your control and just trying to not like worry about it too much or control it. And I'm like really over. You remember That's So Raven? I've been saying that lately. It's like you try to keep shit from happening, but low key you make it happen. Like that shit sucks.
I think we've been shown that.
We spoke about this in the last show. Life is supposed to present you with difficulties.
How you respond to shit is how you regulate or re-regulate the energies.
Facts.
For sure.
And I also feel like I'm one of those people who's been rooted in my purpose for a long time. And I think for me, confidence is one thing, but the clarity is another, because when you're used to following and seeking and like planting the seeds and watching them grow from like, whether you're a teenager trying to get to college, whether you're in college trying to get a career, whether you're in your career trying to expand. And I know this will be something that comes with me being a mother, you know, marrying a partner, but also being a mom is a different, you know, threshold. I think for me, when I want to step over those thresholds, clarity is what is essential. I think confidence is one thing, but I think that the clarity gives me a way to be confident later on.
I mean, we gotta go. But even though you graduate from confidence too, as a whole nother story.
Yes.
Because confidence really becomes a vanity thing. So you get clarity, and then the plan God put forth, you damn, we did it.
Yeah.
I'm confident moving forward now. I'm confident because after a while, confidence become I. When it's really about what God helped you get through. And so confidence really a bastard language when you really break it down, but that's a whole nother.
You can be grateful though too. You can be extremely
grateful.
People just take excitement and stuff that way.
Yeah,
like I think people are not used to like it's like we can't be happy that we did some shit almost. Like we so used to having to like keep it. Like if some good shit happens to you, do you really want to tell like all your friends or do it seem like I'm not trying to like
I usually tell people like way late.
Yeah, right. Cause like you're not really trying to shove it in, and then you know they struggling. You got this house, like you're not trying to be like, oh, they don't want. You know what I'm saying? Like shit is.
Nah, facts.
That's a good
Like,
That's facts. But I think
I'm
like,
I got 5 TV. Like, don't nobody want to hear that shit.
yeah,
And they
like,
looking.
I think like, yeah, and I think like generally speaking, your confidence can sound like bragging to somebody who lacks in those areas, right? That's not what you meant. That's not what you intended. That's not like the root cause of any of
You could be
what you're
trying to
saying.
motivate.
Yeah, like, or really, you just like celebrating what God
Sharing.
did for you.
Right.
It's like a testimony.
You in your bitterness have made this a self-absorbed moment, but this is really about glorifying what God did.
I told somebody I was healing and how far I was on my journey. They was like, "Oh, so you all better now?" In the moment, because I'm like,
You better now? Shit. Is it my turn now? Is it ready? You ready for me now? Shit.
And that's crazy. But I thought I was doing. I was like, damn, am I not supposed to?
Yeah,
He's
I
super
thought
mad.
healing was a journey, nigga.
It is.
You know, I just
how do you feel about people who? Okay, scenario. Your dating life has been, you know, a little shoddy, a little checkered, but you're all, whenever your friends give you a great update, you hoorah the hell out of them.
Oh, I can take this.
You know, like you give them their flowers. You're happy they're being loved correctly. How would you feel if that friend, while they were talking about their love life, paused and was like, "Are you offended right now? Am I doing anything for you?
I get what you asking.
Are you mad?
Mhm.
Are you mad?
You saying,
Who you have?
Are you mad that I'm doing well?
yeah.
And you're not?
You saying break the wall.
That
Put them on the stands right in the moment.
Yeah.
And let me know if this is too bad because you're lonely as fuck.
Hey, low key though, but low key, that's how people be reacting though. Like that
It is, but right, like which way you supposed to handle it? Yeah. But that's why it's like we don't brag now. We don't thank God publicly. Like we don't. That's why I fuck with, like I said, black streamers.
No, you think God publicly though, but yeah.
You can, but people.
That's how we gonna end the show tonight.
Yeah,
We gonna end the show just like that. Everybody go around the room. I want you to thank God for something, and we getting on up out of here, man. This ain't drink champs. We ain't standing here all night.
Right.
Every time Chad's trying to wrap this thing up,
Yeah.
we done tried several times. Every time we try to wrap this thing up, y'all come in with a new talk. Let me tell you something. You want to talk more? Come on.
Yeah, I know. It's me too though.
These good ass questions.
I know. We work very hard to make you feel good in these seats, but nigga, we got to go. Chad, what you thankful for, brother?
How can it be over?
Man, I am thankful. It's a great time to be alive. I am thankful that the world is falling and that we got an opportunity to rebuild and do for ourselves as a community. And that's why I'm gonna leave it on 2026. That's what we gotta do. Black men, we gotta link, we gotta get it right. Women, caught gender roles, all that. We gotta get that together. We gotta get it fixed because I'm just real talk before we end this. We just gotta get it right because they counting on us to keep bickering and arguing.
Separation.
While we trying to get free out here and we still arguing about weird stuff. Let's get it right. So I'm thankful that God is giving clarity to everybody so we can see that.
Me myself, I'm thankful for growth and clarity and doing it alone. I'm thankful for God leading me and allowing me to become.
I love that.
Cheryl?
That's always gonna be longer. No, I had time to think. All right. Nah, on some real shit. I'm thankful for my brother and my sister and my younger siblings. Cause I feel like that's all we got, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna have them forever. And I'm thankful for learning and getting to experience like how I deserve to be loved. You know, like that's new and I fuck with it. And I'm thankful that God decided, you know what I'm saying, finally like let up a little bit. So yeah, I'm thankful for all the blessings I get. I get blessed on a regular. We get blessed all the time, but you go through the struggle to get blessed.
That's true.
Amber?
I feel safe for me. I'm very thankful for growth. I'm thankful for another year. I know we got 6 more. Don't take me, Jesus. I know we got 6 more days. But I'm just thankful for a new opportunity to reinvent, to recreate, to create. And I'm also thankful for love. I think for me, one of my highlights of this year is being, how do I say this? One of the highlights of my year is coming a union with somebody who understands that growth and hardship and patience and kindness are things that not only we need to have, that I need to work on as well, that he needs to work on as well. So I'm just really thankful for love, for Black love.
We love to see it.
The grace that is extended to me by my Black man, Lord. But yeah, I'm just thankful for love and also connection and new opportunity. And I'm really excited. I'm a little afraid, but I'm really excited to see what 2026 has in store for me.
Amen. Christian?
I'm thankful for my kids. I'm thankful for my kids' mamas. I'm thankful for my family, my mama, my auntie. I'm thankful for my friends. I'm thankful for this vessel. I'm thankful for this body and this brain. I'm thankful for my open perspectives. I'm thankful for still being teachable and coachable. I'm thankful for my abilities. I'm thankful for every amenity and convenience in my life that, you know what I'm saying, that keeps me from feeling like rock bottom is a reality. And just in this moment, I'm thankful for this moment, young, straight up.
Yeah, I like the space.
Mia,
That was loyalty talking.
it was loyalty, especially in the beginning. Especially in the beginning.
But if this is loyalty talking, right? Imagine what I was talking about if what I was talking about wasn't loyalty.
Now you just gotta be loyal to the right people.
Yeah,
That's all. Like you don't gotta say fuck loyalty. You just keep it for the. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be limited.
Yeah.
Limited.
You just got
They got had a code.
your perception and boundaries
I
where
receive that.
loyalty is concerned.
I receive
They
that.
got a password.
And as for me to wrap the show up, man, I'm thankful that God didn't give me what I thought I wanted.
About to jump.
I think
Amen.
so
They was like,
often we have these perceptions of what we think we want, what we think we need, what we assume is best for us, but God always has the final say, and I am thankful for that.
Amen.
So I'm so thankful that God didn't give me what I thought I wanted, because what He ended up doing was blessing me with much, much better, because my desires were much too small.
That's it.
So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for a family who encourages imperfect, mean as hell. I'm a product of that, but people who I know I can always count on. And I think like I have so many friends around me who have families that they can't, and who were not fortunate enough to have people that they know is going to be a rock when something goes on. And so I don't want to take that for granted, because I know that it's not as common as we like to think. I thank God for friendships, old and new. I think I was in a relationship where we kind of smothered each other. And I think it becomes very easy to forget about like kind of all the other relationships in your life that matter, because like you are so amped, so excited to like be around this person. And so those other relationships like kind of start falling off. You ain't calling these people because you're calling this nigga all the time, and you ain't texting these people because you're texting this nigga all the time. And so I'm super thankful for like God restoring, you know what I'm saying? Like some of those relationships that I really
smothering head ass right now.
I ain't need them people anyway.
It's real, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think, to be honest, like in the midst of a relationship that lasted for a very long time, I had forgot about the importance of my friendships. And I think like you assume that like they gonna always be there. Like those my real friends, they gonna always be there. But the truth is that you need to nurture your friendships the same way you nurture your relationships.
Absolutely.
That there is growth and evolution that needs to happen in the people who you expect to stand by your side in the same way your relationship needs to grow and evolve. And for you to neglect and abandon those relationships because you assume that those people are obligated to be there for you is selfish. And I was being selfish. So, you know, thank God for that growth. And most importantly, man, like, thank God for y'all. Another year in the books.
Yes,
another opportunity to share with y'all, to be honest with y'all, to present a piece of our lives that is authentic. That's always our goal here. It's the only thing that we care about. We don't do the politic, and we say that all the time. You know, we care about honest and genuine connection. Gigi and Amber and Cheryl, I think Christian was the only exception, maybe, and I think I got a DM from him too. People always ask, like, what are we going to talk about? What are going to be the subject? Like, what are we going to... None of your goddamn business, first of all. And second of all, and more importantly, we really don't know. We leaving the door open for honest and organic conversation. We did not plan this conversation that took place today, and look what happened. Look what God made. So I'm so thankful for the people in these seats, for their vulnerability, for their honesty. Nobody has to come in here and sit and talk to us, especially for not this long, because we've been here for a brick today and it's time to go. But I'm thankful for the people sitting in the seats, and I'm thankful for everybody watching. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We're going to see y'all in 2026. God bless y'all, man.